And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys, actually. It's been a week. It's been a week. I think the last time I was live was actually last week, Sunday, where we were having a couple of issues with continuity and stuff like that during one of the URC games. But I'm back. We're back. Lukanya had some difficulties this morning. Unfortunately, it's kind of the reality of living in South Africa, isn't it? That we do have things like Wi-Fi issues, which is very frustrating. But what can you do? What can you do at the end of the day? Tell you what, Springboks can do. They can make a lot of people happier and a lot more people sort of put people at ease if they can go out and get a flipping result today, because it's not been a particularly good rugby championship and we need to finish on a high. I think coming into the rugby championship, I said from the beginning, I was never expecting us to win it, to be honest. I think it was going to be a massive ask to go away to Australia and play, 4 games away from home on the bounce. So bubble life stuff like that. It was always going to be a very big ask to win the game. To win the championship. But the performances have still been disappointing, if we're going to be brutally honest. We've still expected a lot more from the team than what we've seen so far. And last weekend was a much improved performance, but still not quite sort of ticking all the boxes. So today we've got an opportunity to go out and actually try and tick some boxes, try and sort of, as I put some sort of mind. Put a couple of people's mind at ease that we can sort of adjust, that we can do things a bit differently, that we can sort of move on and be sort of the big sort of world championship side that everybody sort of expects the Springboks to be. So that's what they can do today. And it's going to be a big ask. And it's a very good New Zealand side that has been named. And we have stuck with our big guns, who are currently not really performing at the sort of the highest level. So a little bit concerning about that. But sort of the hope is that if they keep playing them, that they'll eventually come good. And I think the likes of Villiers, Andre Pollard, Factor Clerk have been under quite a lot of pressure throughout the entire year, not just the rugby championship itself. And they're going to be under a lot of pressure to try and pitch up today and deliver. And hopefully they do. And I just want to see if we can come away with one win against New Zealand. I'll actually look at the rugby champion. I wouldn't say it's a success, but you can sit there and say, you know what, at least we got a result. I think that we've haven't really tested the squad and established too much depth. I thought we were on the sort of road to doing that, and I thought when we did it against Argentina, I thought that was a very nice moment. It would have been nice to have done that against one of the Australian games as well. But you can't. It's too late, And at the end of the day, you've got to take what we get, and let's hope we can get a result. So one thing, if you're not going to sort of extend your depth and you're not going to trial different people, then at the very least, you got to be getting results. At the moment, we're not getting either, which is where the frustration is coming from all the various fans. But please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I want to see if we can go past 8,000 subscribers today, which would be very, very cool. We need about 80 odd to do that. So if you haven't subscribed, get subscribed. Let's go smashing that like button. We've got 34 people hanging out. Let's try and pump these numbers up to over into the hundreds before the game kicks off, which will be in about 25 minutes. There's plenty of time to settle in, look at the teams and sort of decide where we need to sort of improve and what we need to do today. And then obviously this afternoon we'll be live. I'll be with you guys for Sharks versus Glasgow Warriors. Very excited for that game. I really enjoyed the way that Glasgow played last weekend. And then obviously live for Munster versus Stormers tonight. And it's been a pretty horrible start for the URC for South African teams. 1 win out of 6 games so far. Both the Lions and the Bulls being on the hand of a bit of a drubbing last night. Didn't watch the Bulls game. Need to catch those highlights. And the Lions game was frustrating because they played a lot better than the scoreline did suggest, and they were in the contest. So it really frustrated me. But apparently the Bulls were blown off the park. Apparently it was a little bit, a couple of referee issues. I think it's also a little bit of interpretation, but apparently, from what I hear, conduct was very, very good. But let's see who's in the chat. Maycoff says, I want the Springboks to win. Good morning, Craig Morgan. Good morning, Scott, for 7. How's it going? What's up, Mr. Store? If I want to do live stream, OBS is the go-to for any streamers. I reckon about 95%, in fact, maybe 99% of YouTubers use OBS, which is open broadcast software, which is free. So we must play the backline today. Albie says if we get this win, it is a success. Given what our team's been through over the last 2 years, next year is the litmus test for the Boks and the Argentina agreed. Did you hear what happened to the Bulls yesterday? They got battered. Okay, what the fuck? What's going on with the Bulls? Look, I think if there's one thing I don't think we need to do is I would say that there isn't merit in worrying about the standard of rugby, but let's not judge our teams and the URC after 2 rounds. Let's get every single team in the URC. Let's get them back to full strength and then see where we are. Let's see how good Glasgow Warriors are when all their Scottish players are back. Let's see how good what was I saying? How good the Bulls are, how good the Sharks are. I think Sharks get like 10 players back from the Springboks. Sia Khaleesi, Lukanya, Makazolma Pimpi, Spoo and Corsi, Apleda Fassi, Oxen Chair, Bongi Manambi will be moving there soon. Nsukumo's and Norche's back, Grant Williams, so they get a lot of players back. So I think, with the URC, I'll sort of assess it by the end of the season. I do think we've got a long road ahead, and I think that it's going to take time. It is going to take time for us to get there. But I think we will get there. We get there. We've got, as I said, you look at all the URC teams, and a lot of people are missing. You're looking at the Irish team. Pretty much none of the British and Irish Lions players are back. I think Adam Beard's on the bench again this weekend. But apart from that, so none of the URC teams are at full strength. So it's very difficult to judge on exactly where we're at in terms of all the teams. So we'll get there. I'll worry about it later when we're in a year's time and we're still being blown off the park. That's when we start to worry. But it's always going to be a very big season. Also, playing away is a whole different scenario. It's very different playing against, let's say, a Connacht in Ireland, as opposed to asking that side to come and play in the Highfold in December in Pretoria heat. It's a very, very different scenario. So home ground advantage will be a very big factor, and we haven't had that yet. So we'll wait and see. But in terms of this game, Lukanya says, please tell everyone that Villiers is not that bad. Actually, well, we'll have to see today, won't we? It's quite funny, actually. In the last week, I've been accused of both being biased and always protecting Villiers, as well as saying there's a clear bias against Villiers. So, I don't know. Apparently, I'm a Villiers hater and lover at the same time, which, I'll take, I suppose. Kami says, morning all, back before, good luck to our boys. And Gleason said a lot of Irish teams are missing Lions players too. They'll also get better, and the Welsh also, everyone's going to get better. Everyone, even the Italian sides are missing a couple of Argentinian players, for example. So they all sort of will start slotting back in quite soon, which will be quite cool. I feel sorry for the Stormers and Sharks today. I think the Sharks, if they can pitch up, can try and make a game of it. I think the Stormers are going to get blown off the park. I think that Munster side is first of all quality, and second of all, that Stormers side, I do worry about it. The amount of inexperience they've got. They need a lot more signings in the Stormers side. Obviously, they do get a couple of players back, some big players back. They obviously get a front row in Stephen Kitsoff, France Maherba, Marvin Ory. I don't think who else they get back. So difficult to actually remember who's flipping in the squad because it's just such a big squad at the moment. But yeah. So Stanley's saying All Blacks by 10 points. You guys still getting your score predictions down in the comments below. As I said, please do start smashing the like button and get subscribing. As I said, we're 75 people away from 8,000. So I'll be very upset if I end the stream later and we're not past 8,000. So do your bit and start smashing the like button. Let's try and get as many people on here as possible. LB says first year is just the Force F teams getting used to the tournament. Agreed. Craig, I was talking to Stanley, saying Dalo 1 or 2 points, period. Yeah, I hope he'll be nice and close. Really hasn't been bad. Says LB, do you think they'll bring Alton on in the last 16 minutes? I'm hoping he gets 20 minutes at least. I don't understand how you can try and bring on somebody like a fly half with 10 minutes to go and expect him to be able to influence the game. I think it's flipping ridiculous. So I hope he gets a decent run out. I personally think if Villiers not work, I mean, if Andre Parr's having an off day, you hook him at flipping 50 minutes or 45 minutes and if you're taking over their chance, give them a chance, and what's the worst that can happen? If Villiers not playing well, then Alton Dunks can come on. If he's not playing as well, then what have you got to lose? You got two flyers that didn't play well. But if one does pitch up, then great. LB reckons box by 10. Honey says Lions and Bulls disappointing. Both teams are so close by half time. What happened to them in the second half? Well, for the Lions, it was a yellow card. That yellow card was sort of the knife in the. I think, and they also looked tired. I think fitness sort of catching up a little bit. But I was frustrated as a Lions supporter last night. But also not majorly worried because I thought the Lions last night, for large parts of the game, actually looked very competitive, which was kind of took me by surprise, to be perfectly honest. When we scored that try to bring us within 7 points, we suddenly had a bit of momentum. So, look, the Lions don't get any players back. This is the squad. Alton Yankees does not come back to the Lions. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's where sort of the big concern is there. But, yeah. We earn 3 on the log no matter what. Box by 5, says Scar. So, what's the bot game plan? Well, look, I mean, it sounds like I reckon we will see. I don't think we're going to see up and unders by the 22, by the way. I think, Jacques Dinabar was saying that they will always attack space, and Sia Khaleesi was talking about the fact that they need to see the opportunities and deal with the merits. So I think that they will be a little bit more positive when they're inside the All Blacks half. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that it does sound like there might be a bit of a shift in mentality in terms of trying to maybe sort of attack the space and sort of keep ball in hand a little bit more. Craig Morgan says box by one like last week. I agree with you, Steve. Perhaps when all teams are full strength at the moment, our team's under strength. Yeah, I think all the teams are under strength, and I think it's game plans change, your tactics change, and it's a whole different scenario. It's almost like a preseason tournament at the moment. Where we're going to have 4 weeks of URC, and then we'll have a break for all the internationals at the end of the year, and then we'll start seeing our sides. Then we'll start seeing Sia Khaleesi, Sikhumbuzo Noche, Pepsi Buthelezi as a potential loose trio at the Sharks, which is incredible. And you're going to see, the likes of, even something like a Jan Grabeler at the Bulls. I think he's being missed quite a lot. They get Trevor Nyakane back. They get who else will the Bulls get back? They don't get Van Staden. They get Morné Steyn back. So a couple of players just want to go back to a lot of the different sides, and then we'll sort of move from there. KPMG says any of the subs I understand stretching out, but this whole tour, but to give them 5 to 3 minutes, yeah, I hate it. I hate not giving subs enough time. Even Herschel Yankees, I think was ludicrous to kick that ball last week. You can't give a guy 5 minutes every week and then be like, oh well, he's not justifying his place. He's not getting an opportunity. So we've got to use our subs a little bit better. Craig Morse is a kicking game. Yeah, it will be a kicking game. We know it will be a kicking game. It's just about finding the balance. It's about finding the balance between when to kick, when not to kick, and stuff like that. And I think that's what we'll hopefully see a bit more of today. And it says Argentina came back really good. Australia is not good at all. Jakob Paper really saved them. I actually missed the last second half. So yeah, I see that they did score some points, which is good for them. I'm busy in the press conference actually. So we will have that up later. KB says I still trust in this team, but they clearly deserve the criticism. I feel look, no team is immune to criticism, and I think that we can criticize the team. I think we can criticize the coaching staff. I think calls to start sacking people are a little bit premature. At the end of the day, we've done bad in the Rugby Championship. We won the Lions series, so 6 for one, half of that and the other. And you start winning. People talking about winning percentage, and you can't be talking about winning percentage after 9 games, 9 tests. I think today's our 10th test with the new coaching setup. Obviously, there's been a lot of off-field issues. I also think we've vastly underestimated how mentally fatigued our players are. And a lot of people say, oh, it's their job and stuff like that. But a lot of these players have been away from home from about May this year. They've been out of the country. They left for Australia in the last week of August. So they've been in Australia for, almost 6-7 weeks, which is World Cup sort of lengths. So it's been a very, very taxing season. And I think my hope is that after this tour, these players can come back, they can go see their families, they can have a little bit of time off, and then we can move again in the November series, because they will not be returning to their teams. So from the sounds of it, I think they'll fly out in the next week, and then they'll pretty much have 2 weeks off. And then they're going to fly into France to isolate before going into the UK. Although, with the red list potentially being removed, that could change. But I think that they have committed quite a lot to France in terms of doing a lot of advertising marketing for Rugby World Cup 2023. So, yeah, but hopefully they'll be a little bit more sort of recharged. Morning, Carl. I'm very jealous to watch rugby later. Mark Giulini says, morning all. When will we start playing attractive running rugby again? Our game plan is more boring than a Biden speech. Get rid. Yeah, but come on. Let's not... I agree. I'd like to see us run more, but it is, and everybody says it's not our DNA. It's the current team's DNA. And teams do change as they go. England, for example, have changed a lot of times. Obviously, New Zealand have got a fairly consistent style of rugby, but it doesn't always work. They didn't win a Lions series. They didn't win the last World Cup. They were beaten twice last year by Australia and Argentina, so it doesn't always work. But yeah, so as I said, it's about finding the balance. It's about finding what works for us, what works with the squad. You've got to look at what players you have and then find the best thing. And I do think we can play a bit more expansive, because I do think our backline players are good enough, but it's all about finding that balance. Haynal says 3 losses and we ended second in the world. Not fair. Australia won 1 game and went from 7 to 3rd. So dumb. Well, it's because they beat the best in the world. So those rankings are all about who you play and the rankings of the people you do play. Kevin says, I think Springbok, we're thinking on New Zealand, Australia slipped through. Springbok, unfortunately, wasn't that Australia were the best. I do think there was always sort of one eye on that New Zealand game, and I'm hopefully that now it's underway. We can just sort of focus on the last game. It's all about can they get up? Can they pick themselves up for one last push? Can they sort of psych themselves up to have one last go before flying back? And look, Khaleesi said that they can, and Kwaka Smith said that they can, but we'll have to wait and see if they can in about 13 minutes. Kelsey's so keen to go watch Sharks in Glasgow. Yeah, it's very, very cool to see that. So yeah, hopefully you might have some stuff on the ground later, which would be pretty cool. So make sure you come and tune in during the Glasgow Sharks game. We will have a man on the ground, which is a first for the channel, which we're going to try and organize that later. KPNG says, I hope this coaching staff will be able to fix the wrongs. I still believe we have an amazing staff. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with our coaching setup, to be honest. I think it's I think we need to add to it. I think, bringing an attack consultant. Swayze de Brain was obviously involved, so try and find somebody else to sort of work on the attack. Bring that in, cool. But I don't think, you're going to sack Jacques Nienaber, and what, from the entire setup, this is the guy who's made us defensively so flipping good in the last 2 years. It's short-lived. I also think, that I think there's also a misconception that Zondile Stick apparently isn't really a backline coach. It's more about, in terms of getting back into line and sort of getting back into your sort of position, stuff like that. I'm trying to remember what sort of the official term it was towards him. So he's not technically just I don't think his role is actually the backline coach for when Rassie Erasmus explained it a couple of years ago. So maybe a backline consultant, backline / tag coach is exactly what we need. What was I going to do? I was about to Google something. I was about to search something. Now I can't remember what it was. I'm losing my mind. It'll come back to me. Eventually, let's go bucket piece, Andre. Not 120 up and unders in 80 minutes. Try and take it flat like Henry Honourable used to do. All Blacks by 12. Feels another weekend suddenly now. That's just it. We can win. I wish for the Bucks best. Keeler. Jason, morning everyone. Are we just out to save face today? Yeah, it's all about pride, isn't it? Pride on the line. Ball retention and control important. 59 penalties conceded by the Bokke over the last 5 matches. Yeah, that discipline's been very uncharacteristic. And hopefully we can try and improve on that. Because if we improve our discipline, everything else I think follows. Now I remember what I was doing. Right, so we've got a poll in the comments, which has been voted by 121 people. So keep voting. We'll close it off just before the game kicks off. But in terms of the teams today, so New Zealand made a couple of changes, which I think is quite interesting. And somebody was telling me I didn't know what I was talking about because I was talking about the fact that the changes have been brought in to counter the up and under stuff like that. But that is exactly the reason that Ian Foster did provide. He said that they didn't look after the ball. He said that his wings were not good enough under the high ball, and that's why they've made their changes. So, yeah, I know that people, you can say that Will Jordan and George Bridge are usually solid under the high ball, but they weren't last weekend. And as a result, Ian Foster has made changes. So the New Zealand side for today will be from 1 through to 15. Joe Moody, Cody Taylor, Nepo Lualala. That has not changed. That's the same front row as last week. Brody Retallick, Scott Barrett also has not changed. It's the same tight 5. It's a different tight 5 from last weekend, different loose trio from last weekend, but the loose trio that was supposed to take to the field. Luke Jacobson has recovered from that injury that kept him out last weekend, which saw Ethan Blackadder drafted into the starting lineup late on, but it will be Akira Awani, Artie Severe, and Luke Jacobson today as the loose trio. And then the back line, Brad Weber comes in and he partners Bowden Barrett. So TJ Perinage dropped down to the bench. Rico Arnie's gone back to the wing. Sevu Reese is on the other wing as well. Anton Leonard Brown then comes into the centers and partners David Havili. And then Geordie Barrett, I'm sure will have the kicking duty, starts in the 15 jumper. Off the bench, also a couple of changes. Asafo Amawa and George Bauer come in, as well as Offa Tungafasi. And then you've got Patrick Tupaluto, Ethan Blackadder, and then it's just childish replacement backline players of TJ Perinara, Richie Mwanga, and Damian McKenzie, which is very, very scary. But they'll use those replacements. And personally, if you're going to bring on Richie Mwanga and Damian McKenzie, then let's bring on our our stars on. Let's bring our attacking players. Let's bring on Alton. Let's bring on Herschel and see if we can find some gaps. Let's have a go. Let's roll the dice. What have you got to lose? Absolutely flipping nothing. So hopefully we do try a couple of things today. 5 minutes, here we go. Ball discipline. I really do don't feel like the All Blacks will win, but I hope we do. It might sound like a loser mentality, but if the front row pitched up like last week, I'd be very happy. For me, if you're going to lose, and a lot of people say, but you lost and that's all that matters. I don't think it is all that matters, to be honest. Because the Rugby Championship is gone. We can't win it. So I want to see a performance today. I want to see positives. I want to see progression. I want to see improvement. We can't win a trophy today. So first of all, we'll try to win the match. And if you don't win the match, try and show us something. Give us something to get behind. Australia fans probably wouldn't have been happy with what they saw for a large part of the year. And then they go and beat the Springboks twice in a row and come second in the Rugby Championship. So there is a certain amount of trust in the process. But let's see a process. Let's try and see something. Let's see some positive. Let's see improvement. Sash says, I'm really taking ourselves too seriously. We always say we need to work on our discipline, but it gets worse every time. They dropped Bridge after one poor game. Yeah, look, they were horrendous under the high ball, to be fair. Obviously, they brought the wings from last week in because they could handle the ball. They didn't, so they get dropped. Looks like All Blacks looking at a more attacking backline this week. Maminia says, well, there could be a number of reasons why we possibly could give lackluster performance. FM says New Zealand by 40 points or more if we play the same kicking game. Because they definitely scored 40 points last week with that same kicking game. Honey says we couldn't even beat a All Blacks team. What's going to happen to us now? Long, sad day for us. Well, they are number one in the world now. Sabu can run. Not sure if he's better under the high ball. We're going to find out, aren't we? I think, look, in theory, no. I don't think he is in theory, but they have said that they were pretty much dropped because of their performance under the high ball. So they're basically backing him to do better. Whether he will is no. And also, I mean, it's also a bit of a case of on form. Yeah, come see you and the boys. We're moving. We're on. Springboks says one day the Springboks physio lady is going to tackle one of the opposition players. She's very enthusiastic. Enjoy seeing that. When does the game start? In a couple of minutes. We've got national anthems coming up, and then we're moving. Kevin says Springbok are going to kick New Zealand ass. We should win last week. Leonard Brown, so dangerous, going to make us work for this. Yeah, but I think we also need to see it. We need to see Lukanya and Damien Delendi today, but like the proper Lukanya and Damien Delendi. Kirk says, let's be positive, guys. Box can do this. They have the ability to put the All Blacks to the sword. Come on, Box. We know that we can win. We've definitely got I still believe we are the side that is best. We are the side that can beat the All Blacks. We've always been the side that can beat the All Blacks. Just need to go out and actually flip and do it. Let me just sort my sound out. Right, and now work remote work.
When she faces the spin bowler, she tends to be on that off stump guard.
KPMG says the kicking worked very well last week, but it ended with 3 or 4 bad decisions. Agreed. Reasonable powerful and Mvumbi still worried a bit over there. Yeah, so in terms of the South African side, we haven't changed much, to be honest. So the changes in the South Africans are Trevor Nyakani switching across to tight head in place of the injured Frans Malherbe. And then we've got Oxen Cherries come in as a result of the starting lineup. In the rest of the team, there's an injury to Marco van Staden, which means Jasper Wiese is coming on the bench. But apart from that, it's the same side from last weekend. We had our scoreboard. New Zealand national anthem is currently underway. Need to turn this volume down. Yeah. Not off, just down. Oh, this remote's flipping disaster here. Flipping remote. Right, I'm going to return in 2 seconds. The national anthem are kind of underway, so kickoff will be in about 2 seconds. I just need to sort out my TV, and then we'll be sorted, hopefully. Right, let's see if that sorts the issue out. Yeah, the national anthem is underway, so we'll kick off very, very soon. Hey, work. Where are we? Yeah, coming back. Yeah, so Kevin says, pardon, man of the match. Will you have the timer so you can sync on your feeds? Yeah, we will have the timer on. So as soon as we get kickoff, we will have the timer. Busy waiting for the haka. Carl says the boss can win. They just can't make any errors. Agreed. Right, so here comes the haka, and then we will be away. Oh, come on, stop flipping buckling. Really, just work for 5 seconds. Technology. It's brilliant when it works and flipping useless when it doesn't. Right, well, we're busy facing the haka, and then we're moving. Hope everyone's excited. Hope we all settle in. Hope you all got our beverages. I'm taking to the water. I had a couple of, probably too many last night, so I'm on the hydration station today. But yeah, last chance to get your score predictions in. Let's see what the final result of the poll. Over 256 of you have voted. Right, so 61% of the 257 people reckon that the Springboks will win today, which is a pretty big shout. I back the confidence. I hope you don't have any internet problems. No, the internet seems to be all right for now. Long may that continue. TV also, touch wood, seems to be back. So long may that continue as well. Well, you said you were not going to watch the Pollard players this week. I'm pretty sure I didn't ever say it with much seriousness, to be fair. Right, people. Are we ready? Are we ready? Right, so Springboks playing left to right. Matthew Carley is the referee with the whistle today. I'm not sure he was supposed to be the referee today, originally. But busy checking to see if the captains are ready. We are almost ready for kickoff. Pollard with the ball in hand. Big game ahead. Big game ahead. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, there's the whistle, and we have kickoff going deep towards the right-hand side. And it's an early touch for Rico Arnie back on the wing in the number 11 jersey. Nope, my entire TV's gone down. So we're going to be slightly behind. We're actually going to stream it. So it's kick ahead there from New Zealand. Can you stop pausing? Solid under the high ball there from the box. First touch of the ball for Trevor Nyakane. Solid from him. Now, Faf de Klerk back to 100 Pollard. First kick of the day. It goes up in the air. It'll be just ahead of the 22. It's a much better way to kick. Jordan Barrett goes up and he comes down quite heavily, but does retain possession. Back on the 22. Brad Weber going back towards Bowden Barrett. That was Geordie Barrett under the high ball there. Now trying to run from their 22 on New Zealand. They find a bit of space. Cody Taylor coming inside. He's wrapped up by Dwayne Vermeulen. There's a bit of space for the overlap. In fact, I think they've sort of butchered that because I think they actually had a couple of men overlap. Now back to the space. Now Bowden Barrett sees a bit of space on the left-hand side, puts the ball to the boot. But the Springboks have got 3 players back in the likes of Faf de Klerk and really Roof. Faf de Klerk chipping it towards the right-hand side. And Bowden Barrett just marking it. Stop chipping the ball into the 22, people. We really need to stop doing it. Apparently, the crowd are booing when the Boks kick, which is ironic considering that they've just kicked twice as well. But hey, each their own, eh? Each to their own. Carl says they will miss tackles because it's All Blacks. It is almost possible to have 100% tackles count. They need to get those dominant tackles in. It's how England beat them in the World Cup. Yeah, and I think that's a very important thing in terms of our defensive system. Is a lot of it is down to is about making that hit, and disrupting the flow and the momentum. All Blacks sitting in Winters Valley. Brook Lax at halftime for New Zealand. Springboks to win, get behind them. Our first line of the day on the halfway line. It's a solid win there from Ed Sabeth. Won't give a number, controlling them more at the back. And they still go. This is a nice ball more, which is broken off. So they're on a bit of a run here, past the 10-meter. Now they've eventually been stopped just by the 10-meter. Need to try and reestablish a bit of dominance here as the pack starts coming in. Call users, so Faf de Klerk will have to use this. And he does. He goes to Damien Delinde. He goes to Cocker Smith, who gets away from one. Eventually brought down on the 10-meter line. Right, we're going to skip. Oh, no, we're keeping the ball in hand. Keeping the ball in hand. The Kanye goes outside to Mapimpi. Mapimpi's going to cut inside. And that's surely our penalty. There we go. There we go. You can see the New Zealand player playing the ball. And the guy, high tackle is the call, actually. Well, there we go, people. Inside the half, attacking, and we didn't kick the ball. Are we all happy? Are we all smiling? Because that could be a bit of early intent there. Real says your face last week after the game, dude. Felt so sorry for you. I could down a bottle of Brandevein. You still had work. Just hope it gets better. It goes better. Yeah, look, you know what? We move. We'll lose some. We'll win some, and we'll just stick on with them, shall we? Yeah, so there's a bit of a frustrating kick chip there from Faf de Klerk, which gifted possession back. But that's very nice. Solid set piece, keeping the ball in hand, high tackle. So we've got the penalty, and now decisions to make. So obviously, all going for the points. This is Test match rugby, so I've got no issue. I don't mind going for the points, and that's not an issue. The issue comes going for the points when we've got a lot of momentum and we're training the game from quite a lot, and we still decide to go for the points. That's where my frustration comes. But yeah, take the 3 points. You can be 3. But Pollard can't be leaving flipping points out there like he did last week, and he's been doing throughout the championship. So let's see. First kick of the day for Andre. And that is horrendous. Goodness me. I mean, he's missed that by about 10 meters towards the right. So, right, well, there we go. 3 points we've left out there. Yeah, well, Andre, if we see another one like that, then make a flip and sub because we can't be sitting there leaving. I mean, we've already once again we've left 3 points out, and it's 4 minutes. Ah, dear. Ah, dear. I mean, what are we supposed to do? I don't understand what you're supposed to do as a team if you got a goal kicker that can't kick for goal. And then people talking about the fact that you have to move on to inside center and bring in someone who can goal kick. That's bullshit. That's his job. So he's going to play your fly half. He needs to flip and learn how to kick for goal because it's been really poor lately. So Lana win there for Dwayne Vermeulen after they kicked on from the attempt. So down the inside, nice flat ball for Sia Khaleesi, but a go forward ball there being driven along with his 2 props as well. Ooh, severe stolen. I'm not convinced he released that, but New Zealand have turned over the ball. They're looking to try and run it from. Ooh, it's a knock on. Bit of pressure there. Oh, look at your arms going with the goal. Look at your. Oh, it's filthy. Oh, let's come on. Yeah. Look on your arm. That is disgusting. Look on your arm. Well, people were busy talking about Anton Leonard-Brown, but I'm just one name that's important. Look on your arm. That is the most disgusting offload we have seen of the year. No, look around the back door. It's an uncharacteristic mistake from New Zealand. It's a fantastic. I mean, I'm not convinced he released it, but then going wide and he fumbles it as Cody Taylor. Lekanya jumps in it. That could be one of the offloads of the flip. I mean, if that was New Zealand, we would never hear the end of it. This is unreal from Lekanya and then the little dummy from Spoon Course just to open up a bit of space. Damien Delendi over. The Springboks are on the ball. We're moving. Well, New Zealand are a side which will always make you pay for your mistakes, and the Springboks have just done that. That is a phenomenal offload from Lekanya and that is 5 points left up by Andre Pollard. Can you flip and learn how to kick for goal? Unbelievable. Anyway, good try. We're up against New Zealand 5 points to 0. We'll take that. But flipping Pollard's already left 5 points out there. So, I mean, yeah, and a very nice little dummy there from Spoon Corsi, which just brings in the defender. Very, very nice try there, chaps. More of that. Bit of a variation from the kickoff there. They've chipped it, have New Zealand, and they've won it back through Sevu Reed. It's pretty poor. I think it was Mapimpi who's knocked that on. Now a couple of offloads there. Adi Severe taking a bit of a gap. That's a pretty poor back end behind there. And Spoon Corsi putting them under pressure. And it's a penalty there. They're getting 10 meters for back chat as well. Sorry, I'm flipping. So it's penalty right in front here for New Zealand. Sorry, the screen cut out a little bit there. So busy catching up here. So tackle there from Bowden. I mean, it's a big hit on Geordie Barron. Spoon Corsi eventually does bring him down. And Nakanya reckons that ball is out and went over there. That's really. Stop conceding tries in front of the poles, people. And what's frustrating is that we've now left 5 points out there, and this kick over here brings in within 2. So you can't leaving points out there all the flipping time. I'm so over it. Rudolph says, Fire Pollard, it will help him. LB discipline so poor lately. Why is stupid coach watching a special boy mess up the game? Why is Alton not starting? It's a good question. I wouldn't say we're trash after we just scored a try, but it's a poor penalty to concede. Go back home, Pollock says, Carl van Rooyen, and that's straight down the middle there from Geordie Barrett. So New Zealand hit back with a 3-pointer, make it to a 2-point game. Greg says, Springboks need to play smart, in your face rugby. Pollard's kicking, though. It's like playing under a permanent bloody red card. It's not a bad comparison, to be honest. Deep restart there. It's a solid take from Scott Barrett. Emin Etzebeth putting a lot of pressure on him. Ball's available there. Lala carrying it up, solid in the collision there. Still inside the 22 here on New Zealand. Right, up and under there, well retained there from the Springboks. Now Oxen Share, that's a nice run from him, going past the 10 meter. Now Faf Clerk going a bit of a snipe himself, bringing Villaroo, gets the offload away to Spoon Corsi. Now Spoon Corsi got quite a split outside him. He tries steps inside, loses his footing, manages to get up and is eventually brought down. Scott Barrett all over the ball, but managed to retain it from the Springboks. Now Lua Tiaga, his first carry of the day, solid stuff. Faf de Klerk, Pollard going out to Villy LaRue. Villy LaRue trying to get out the outside, eventually stepped up. Ooh, almost not going to ball there from Damien Dale Lindy. Box keeping ball in hand here. It's available for Faf de Klerk once again. Now he's asking for a couple of players here, so we're going to put in the up and under. That's very high, it's very deep, and he's been knocked on there from Jordy Barry. Doesn't manage to only win a penalty for shielding. That's it. Exploit the kicking game. This is what I'm talking about. The kicking game is fine if the chase is there. And it's a decent kick. It was a bit of a deep kick, but it was a very, very good chase. Knocked the ball on, and they blocked the chasers to try and shield Jordy Barrett, and conceding a penalty for obstruction. Now you've got a penalty inside the 5. We're going to go for goal. Andre Pollard, that's very ambitious of you, because you at the moment couldn't flip and kick a ball if you're 5 meters in front of the middle of the uprights. So we're going to try to go for the 3-pointer. It's a big call for someone who's 0 from 2. Focus. Your screen is not focused. My screen looks pretty focused on my side. Is anybody else not in focus? I'm pretty sure it is focused. Rough stuff, so we should have double our score. Morlet says LB, please don't kick to the post. The problem is Alton is our second choice. Tough to bring him on. That Barrett needs a card. What side is the kick on? So on the left-hand side, we're about 10 meters in the right. Hey, can you flip and catch up here? Well, there we go. He's finally flipped and nailed it. Miracles do happen. We've added the extra 3. So Pollard's finally managed to get one. Right, 8 points to 3. That was nice. That was a nice little passage to play there. Couple keeping the ball in hand. Very solid kick chase there. So I think it's just stream here. So busy catching up. So I'm going to have to adjust my flipping clock here. Right, so here comes the restart here from New Zealand. Now we saw them go short last time. So Bowden Barrett goes down the middle of the park, and it's Villy LaRue who's very deep underneath it. And he's not Villy. How can you knock that on? Now it's Kirani, Brad Weber going to Bowden Barrett. Bowden Barrett chip over the top. There's no one home. And Seven Reese is over. Villy LaRue, come on, man. You can't do that. You cannot score points and then concede like that in the flipping kickoff. You cannot do that. It's so rudimentary. You should pull him off right there and then for that. Literally right there and then. Pull him off. You cannot do that. You cannot score 3 points and then knock it on from the flipping kickoff and concede a try. That is ludicrous. Ludicrous. Pollard's left 5 points out there already. Villy LaRue's now knocked it on right in front. I mean, what is this? I mean, it's just so poor. And then the problem is, there's no one. I mean, where was the defense? There's no one at home. Kick over the top from Bowden Barrett to the side. Sevi Reese has everything to do. He's got to wait for Muriel tracking him. He's not going to get there. Right, so just time. So right, Geordie Barrett with an option towards the on the right hand side. Now Pollard's 100% missing this, and Geordie Barrett has missed it as well. So lots of points being left out there at the moment. Right up against the touchline there from Geordie Barrett, trying to sort of bring it back towards the right, but not being able to get the sort of the angle he wanted. But this is just so. I mean, it's a fantastic, beautifully weighted kick from Beauden Barrett. And Sevi reaches, all he has to do is wait, and he's still got a lot to do. Red Vermeulen's coming in on him, but that's just so poor from Billy LaRue. Deep restart there to Awani. He goes to Havili. Now Faf de Klerk putting a lot of pressure on Beauden Barrett. He likes to keep it in field. Goes straight on the throat of Dwayne Vermeulen on the 10-meter line. He's looking to build a bit of steam. And they've ripped the ball into the tackle there, have New Zealand. So Dwayne Vermeulen guilty of not protecting the ball. Now comes a counter-attack. Awani eventually runs into a couple of defenders. Now Beauden Barrett, cross kick once again up against Corsi. Ball inside back to Antonina Brown. That's really well worked by New Zealand. Brad Weber going to Beauden Barrett, going to Lualala. It's a big hit on him as well, but it's a penalty for offside. So Springbok discipline once again becoming the issue. Scott Barrett's down in the meantime, right by the medics. And stopping play because they're going towards Scott Barrett, who was currently down. So they will go back for the penalty advantage for offside. How many offside penalties do we need to flip and concede? And those are really poor penalties to concede. Time off as Scott Barrett receives a bit of treatment on the ground there. A bit of stinger on the shoulder. Where are we? Brilliant. Really, we see that. LaRue should not be in a box shirt 3 years now. 3 years ago, he was winning the World Cup, so I think that's a bit hectic. So he came back at the wrong time. This is William for you, and I feel sorry for our forwards. They do some great work, and then the backs always let them down. Go back home. Vilnius said, Roland just says, once again, Naba picks Vili and Pollard who are not in form. We panic when you're under pressure, says Hans Osterloo. Man, we're going to get hammered. I mean, I wouldn't go that far at this stage. It's 8-8. So, I mean, it's literally pretty level, but it's discipline and flipping. It's easy. I mean, you can't, like, you cannot drop a ball like that. It's too flipping basic. The full position has been an issue for the better part of a decade for the Springboks. We need to get Lacanio. We can't wait to listen to post-match with William Paul. Dude, shut up, dude. I don't know what you watch. Which channel are you genuinely watching? When have I ever defended Villiru and Andre Pollard? I've said that Villiru is an important part of the coaching setup. They rate him. Dude, if you don't watch this channel, please don't come here and put out things that I don't say. It's literally wrong. I've been calling for Villiru to be dropped for the last 2 weeks. I said he probably won't drop him because we don't have a fullback in the current squad. And you just come here and spew nonsense. Come on, man. Jordan says All Blacks are going to win. Cole says back to Super Rugby, boys. Nah, I'm actually okay. I'm actually enjoying the URC. I know we're getting a hiding, but I'm enjoying the URC. Much easier to watch. Nice time. France staying on, please, says Hans Osterloo. Right, so Barrett is back up, and they find touch inside the block territory on the 10-meter line. So there we go. They go to the front of the lineup to Jacobson, and Brad Weber will go to Barrett, who's feeling quite flat, giving away to Havili, who's wrapped up by Damien De Lindy. So I'll tackle it. Now Kiri Awani carrying it up. Tackle. Now Cleese over that ball. Cleese over that ball. That's a big penalty. That's a big penalty. My captain. My captain. You want to do something right, do it yourself, Sia. Italic a little bit isolated, but Khaleesi straight over that ball, winning the penalty for holding on. Big moment in the game there. Looking good on the attack with New Zealand. That's a much better kick. Right, deep into All Blacks territory. Now come, hit back. Hit back. Really should do well in the girls' team. Coffin wants to know to refer to Super Sport post-game comment. I don't think he is, because I've had that comment before. The Springboks have kick coach. They should not let Pod kick for points. Come on, Blocker, captain our captain. See us, Mark. See us at Brendan. Perhaps another big game for our captain. I mean, he's been phenomenal this season. To be honest, I think he's probably leading the Player of the Year nominations, in my opinion. Who's been better in this box? There we go. Andre Pollard's kick is charged down and one back from Bowden Barrett. Can we please pull him now? Please, can we pull him? It's ridiculous now. It is flipping ridiculous. Trying to go for the up and under right on the 10 meter, and he gets charged down and concedes possession. This is ridiculous. How many more mistakes do you have to make before you get the plug? Going deep here in New Zealand, so it's a tester for Villaroo, gives it inside to Pollard, who runs over Havili and brought down by Sever Reese. Springboks with possession back in the own half on our 10 meter. Dwayne Vermeulen carrying it up because we don't currently have a kicking option. Now Villaroo going up into the air. It's swirling around there, and Ruben Corsi has done that very well to win that back. Now Kwaka Smith has found a bit of a gap going past the halfway line. Very nice by Ruben Corsi. He's very good in the air. Lutiaga. It's a very nice line there run by Evan Etzebeth. Nice leg drive, getting up to 10 meters, solid stuff. Now Billy Leroux at first receiver, going himself, gives it to Pollard. Pollard almost up to 22 meters. This is much better from the Springboks. Fat Clerk comes inside to Lurt, goes himself. It's a big carry from him. Now it goes to Trevor Treyeza, my boy. Into the 22 now, all Springboks. Cody Taylor can't play that. Slowing the ball down, going back towards the left-hand side to Billy Leroux. Billy Leroux chipping behind. Oof. Trying to cross kick towards my Pimpy. Not sure that was the right option. Should have just kept the ball in hand there. But that was so much better from the Springboks. Ball in hand, some very big carries up until the 22. Trying a little cross kick there from Billy Leroux. Spotted a bit of space out there. Right, so it will be a New Zealand line out just beyond the 5 meter, much better from the box. They should have kept that in hand in my opinion. But Evan Etzebeth's currently down. It was a very big run from him. He had a really nice angle. But having said that, it's good to see Villaroo at first receiver. And says, do you think that the three problem players in Faf, Andre and Villy? I don't think Faf's an issue. I think Andre and Villy are under a lot of pressure. My DSV signal is left side, and pause kicking must be the wind. Yeah, look, it is horrendous weather up here in Joburg, so I think I'm also having issues with that. Right, his backup is Evan Etzebeth. So we'll have a line on the right-hand side here from New Zealand. They're just, I'd say, not quite on the 5 meter. So we definitely will contest this, but Lutiaga was a menace at line at time, so it's an opportunity to try and get in front. Etzebeth wins that back. Vermeulen goes to Bongi Manami, puts his head down, goes through the wall. Go Bongi! Go Bongi! Keep going! Yo! Check it! He might be over here, Bongi Manami, and if he does, that is a storming run of power. That's the Bongi we know. Disrupting the line on Eben Etzebeth, getting in front, winning the line back. He gives it to Bongi, who's got a lot to do, and says, you know what, I'll just do it myself. Bam, straight past Awani. I think he might have lost this forward, but that is much, much better from Bongi. That's the Bongi we know. Now, does he get this grounding? Oh, I think he's short. So they're going to check whether, it goes forward on his hands, but does he manage to get it over the line? Oh, well, camera work has missed that. We're going to need a side on. Yeah, I don't think he got this. I think he's short. But what a run from him. Jeepers me. On-field decisions, no try. I think he's short. So it will be a scrum, which I don't think we've actually had a scrum yet. So that'll be a nice opportunity. No try. Oh, it would have been a try. That's it, Bongi, though. That's it. Win the line out. Steal it. Storming run. He just jeepers. He got past 3 defenders there. Awani's still looking for where he was. Here it is. Inside ball. Boom. Cheers, Awani. It's like a wrecking ball, isn't he? And then he just runs in. He's been brought down by the 2 Barretts. Gets away from Bowden and just can't get the ball down. He's inches short. But But that's the Bongi Manambi we've been missing. That's what we've been waiting to see. He's a brilliant player, Bongi Manambi. Not been his best season, but that's much better from him. He's so confrontational. So I missed a couple of comments here, but can Simon Thorman again this evening? I'm not expecting a close game, but we could do with one. Yeah, I don't think Storm's going to do too much for you guys. Just short, but what a run. Agreed. That's how we do it. Well done for the efforts. Harry Hobblewether and Whitney, UK. Right, big scrum here. I think it's the first scrum of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that would have been a huge try to score. Yeah, they're looking to try and get it out quite quickly on New Zealand. Weber goes back to Barrett. It's Jody. Or Geordie. And I'm just stuttering here. Hey, can you catch up? Right, he has found touch. Busy trying to find out where it is because DSTV signal at the moment has been horrendous. Right, so Springbok line out in between the 10 meter and the 22. So, nice attacking opportunity here again. There's Dwayne Vermeulen, another solid line out win, looking to get the rolling maul going. It was a very nice maul last time we had the line out. It's sort of breaking apart. Once again, splintered off. So we've got a bit of momentum here. Bongi Manambi controlling things pretty well in the back there. Call comes for one, which is a bit harsh. We're still going forward. I mean, we've made 10 meters. So Quacker Smith breaks away with the ball. Big hit on him from Luke Jacobson, but we've got the ball back here. Literally halfway between the 22 and the 10 meter on the left-hand side. Now Oxen Chair slips one tackle of Joe Moody, his opposite number. Now Faf de Klerk looking for the kick here. Stop kicking on the 22 here, people. You guys are going to need a big chase. Going to need a big chase. Makazuma Pimpy is through. It's very deep from Faf. It's very deep. Somebody has to take this cleanly, and they do. Stop doing this. Can we just stop kicking on the 22? And if you are, stop kicking it that deep. Because that's the problem. You know, yes, you're making it competitive, but there, no one managed to sort of challenge for him. What is Reese complaining about? He goes in the air, and as he comes down, he gets tackled. He called them off, but it's not like they're not like the whistle guy and everything like that. So I don't know why he's worried. Get over it. It's a flipping, and also I don't need time for flipping Savvy Reese. So don't come here with your flipping excuses, you prat. Deep kick there from Savvy Reese. It obviously will be a Springbok ball back in the 10 meter, but this is just frustrating. You know, you're on the 22, and now you're back on the 10 meter. And when we've been so good with ball in hand, why not just run a couple of phases? If you're running a couple of phases and it's not working, you want to try something different, fine. But run some phases here. Oh, it's actually not as good a clear as we thought. Well, we're pretty much back to where we started, just beyond the 10 meter. So we're going to go. We go to Luot Diago, go straight down to Faf de Klerk. Pollard goes to Lukanya. Decent carry from him. Now Faf de Klerk to Sia Khaleesi. Advantage for penalty advantage as well. So a bit of free roll the dice here. Faf going to the left-hand side. Damien Lendi. Damien Lendi stabs the ball in behind. Oh, and Reese went straight through his legs, but we'll go back for the penalty. Penalty for offside. That's much better. We'll take the points here, I'm sure. Well, I'll tell you what. For all that we're going to get hammered, New Zealand are going to respond to stuff like that. South Africa are doing very, I mean, territory-wise, we've lived in New Zealand's half so far. Trevor Downs receiving a bit of treatment. Yeah, you can see clearly offside here was Awani. So Hanny Nuss go for the try. We won't. It's bang in front, so there should be no issue for Andre Pollard, as we can try and take the lead. But the important thing is if you're going to do this, I mean, he's 33% so far, 1 from 3. So try and halve it, chap. Try and halve it. But then we need to retain it off the flipping kickoff. Yep, it does go straight down the middle. Easiest kick of the day from Pollard. So 11 points to 8 after 23, well, almost 24 minutes. But now retain possession from the kickoff. That's the issue. That's where we've struggled in the past, is not being able to retain any possession and will not be able to sort of clear and exit well. So let's do it. Let's do it. Right. Bowden Barrett down the middle of the park, testing Villaroo once again. He goes up. It's contested by Geordie Barrett, but we do win it back from Andre Pollard, who then goes to the boot, and that's not going to go out, I don't think. So New Zealand taking a quick, keeping up. Now goes into the air from Bowden Barrett. It's a big chase there. Big chase for Villaroo, who completely misses that, and Bowden Barrett has jumped on that. Villaroo hasn't caught one high ball today. Literally not one. Now they're going to the left-hand side. Rico Wani shows and goes. Get the offload to Avili, who gets an offload to Leonard Brown. Massive tackle there from Faf de Klerk. But Damien Lindy all over that ball, trying to slow it down. You see it up into the 22. They've left it behind. Knocked backwards. Knock on is there. Well, thank goodness me. We've got to be able to take the kickoffs here, people. They've targeted Villaroo twice now. Both times. All they're going to do the entire day is just target Villaroo. It's a bit like us last week and Will Jordan and George Bridge. I mean, Villaroo there, he just takes his eye off it and just bounces off his head, basically. It's a big tackle, yeah, from Faf de Klerk, because, I mean, Antonio Brown has put his head down, was running full steam, and then forced the knock on, yeah. So all the way back on our 22 of the scrum. So it was ever a time for a nice big scrum to try and win a penalty. This would be a nice opportunity here from Ox and Trevor. Right, big scrum, yeah, Chas, big scrum, yeah. It's holding up pretty well. Early shot from New Zealand's going laterally, but they do use it. Damien Lindy will run it up in the midfield. He runs into Weber and Havili. Gets up to the 22, gets a decent angle. Now Faf de Klerk goes pretty wide, straight to Spoon Corsi. That's a bit different. Inside ball from Quacker Smith. Get him to the 10-meter. A bit of variation there. It was a bullet pass from Faf de Klerk to Spoon Corsi on the wing. Now he goes inside to Oxen Chair, puts his head down. It's a big tackle by Artie Tavia. And now Faf de Klerk will go to the boot. Goes deep. Spoon Corsi is chasing hard. This will be contestable. And Corsi up there, and it's knocked on from Rico Arnie, and Quacker Smith has come away with it. Up to the 10-meter line, so stuff from him. Now, you got the overlap. Run it. Philly, stop kicking it. It's a decent touch finder. All right, well, they take it quickly at New Zealand. And Bowden Barrett, or Geordie, I think it's Geordie Barrett, pumps it down the middle. So New Zealand taking quickly. They caught the Springboks a little bit unawares as Villaroo tracks back. Now you talk about not kicking possession away. On the attack, on the halfway line, Villaroo chips it in behind towards the 22. New Zealand take it quickly. Well, Jesse Creel being disciplined there on the side. I think it was just used that. Well, the South Africa H2O guys has been given a big talking to by the referee. Apparently he's chasing the touch judge down the line. Faf de Klerk get involved as well. So the strength and conditioning coach, Andy Edwards, has been given a talk to. Bowden Barrett straight down the middle from the thing. He's still going. Gets the ball away to Rico Wani, who's wrapped up by Villiers. No, he gets away from Villiers. Villiers and Severe. Get Villiers off this flipping field right now. That is so rubbish. We wouldn't have been in this situation. We kicked when we didn't need to. We've gone all the way back to our own half. New Zealand from the line out, burst straight down the middle. Villiers misses the tackle as well. Can we please make a sub? Can we please put France Dane on? Can we please put Alton Yankees on? This is ridiculous. And I think it's Andre Pollard that misses the tackle by in the midfield. They go to the back to New Zealand, recycle it quickly. Bowden Barrett, well, Andre Pollard's nowhere. Bowden Barrett completely steps inside him. And then he's got to make the tackle. He doesn't make the tackle. Sevilla gets the pass away. Sorry, I think he gets the pass away. But, I mean, really, missed tackle there from Dwayne Vermeulen. It's a fantastic offload on the ground there by Bowden Barrett. And Rico just shrugs off Villy, keeps going, gets the ball inside to his captain, Sevilla, and New Zealand are over. Shambolic defending. And Andre Pollard didn't even touch Bowden Barrett. That is so poor. Lekanya says, you've been criticized. Lekanya, I'm actually not even going to flip and deal with you, dude. If you're not going to watch the channel and flip and see what I say, then I'm going to give up. But you know I've been calling for Villiers to be replaced. You don't want to see I play Fassi at fullback right now against New Zealand. If you do, that's the way they're playing on the wing. The same thing they did with Villiers. That is the succession plan. That is the plan with Fassi, to play him on the wing and then move him into fullback. So keep up with the conversation and don't come here with you're always protecting Villiers because you know it's cuck. I'm bored of you. I will mute you if I have to. But don't come here with your cuck. Terrible, by the way, terrible. And they've got the conversion. So, yeah, I mean, we surely make a sub. Surely. Flipping hell. Right, deep start. There, now Bowden Barrett down the middle of the park towards Villiers. Now, Villiers, start doing something here, chap, because it's flipping useless. Villiers has been less consistent than my flipping wireless, my DSTV. Diago's ball there has been knocked back, and Villiers has knocked it on. Villiers, can you just get off the park? Just walk off. Do everyone a favor and just walk off. And you can see the penalty for holding on. Just walk off the field, mate. Honestly, playing with 14 would probably be the same at the moment, to be honest. I think it would almost actually be better. And that's a brilliant kick from Barrett. Well, there we go. All of a sudden, New Zealand up inside the 22. I mean, this is ridiculous, people. We've been all over them, haven't been able to capitalize on our chances. Kicked possession away when we've had it in decent positions. And now we've conceded a try, stuffed it up there, conceded a penalty, and they're all the way back on our 22 with 9 minutes to go. Poor. And it's the same culprits every flipping time. Surely we have to make changes. Surely at halftime we see changes. Has to be. You have to. Taking it quickly there. Severe bursting. Thought about giving it to the middle. That's a nice big hit from Sia Khaleesi. And then wrapped up by Bongi and Manambi. Pick up and go by Luke Jacobson. Ball's out. Quickly gone through there of the box. Putting under pressure from Bowden Barrett's gone towards the right-hand side. Puts the grubber in behind. Andre Pollard reads it well. Give it to Mapimpi. He's right there. We've turned possession over in another 22. Bongi Manambi now running it up. Now Faf de Klerk looking for the box kick here. Doesn't find touch, does de Klerk. I think he needed to. Now Jordy Barrett running into the middle, trying to give him a bit of space. He's run up to a full steam. He's going straight through as Jordy Barrett. He's still going as Jordy Barrett. He's still going. Pass out wide over the top to Leonard Brown. Spear Corsi. He's been dragged out. Well, thank goodness for Spear Corsi. People, basics. Faf de Klerk has to find touch there. Doesn't find touch. And Jordy Barrett, whilst down the middle, I mean, it's like open season at the moment. I mean, look at this from Jordy Barrett. Burst straight down the middle of Mapimpi and Kwaka Smith. I mean, Pimpi was not interested in tackling him at all. The pass out wide here to Leonard Brown. Well, Spear, of course, had a lot to do. That's a brilliant covering tackle from him. Takes the legs, takes him out. But goodness me. If you're going to kick, you've got to kick to touch, Faf. Look at all the pressure that we put on ourselves now here. That's such a good tackle from Spur and Corsi, by the way. We are conceding without that tackle. Oxen Chair seems intention. This is everybody sort of going on about the underarm tactics about Springbok players always going down. I mean, you got to be quite low to boo somebody getting treated for an injury. I mean, it's quite hectic. Whether you believe if it isn't a real injury, I mean, imagine booing someone for staying. You don't know what the situation. I mean, Scott Barrett, we spent half an hour down there on the other side of the pitch early in the park. That's a messy lineup. Brad Weber is, I think, over. By the way, I think New Zealand has scored here. He's celebrating. New Zealand could have scored here again. Yep, they've awarded it. Well, Jacques, we're 9 points down. So can we just make the changes, to be honest? Can we just make it? What have you got to lose? You've got absolutely flipping nothing to lose. We've left 5 points out there already. Contested the line out from Evan Etzebeth. It forced to Brad Weber, and all he has to do is get a couple of meters and reach over and dot it down in the corner here. Yeah, no issues there. It's over. We'll make some changes here, chaps. I swear, if I have to watch another flipping half. So they looked to try and see if it was forward, but they've decided that it isn't, and it's all backwards apparently. Now Jordy Barrett lining up the conversion attempt, and it's fallen over. So hopefully this will run some clock down. He won't put this down the middle, because if he does, then it's looking a little bit ugly, to be honest. It's amazing how the game turns in about 10 minutes. We literally were so good, and it comes down to, I think, that chip ahead from Villarreal where they then had that counter attack. Yeah, he's missed that to the left there, has Jordy Barrett. So it's a 9-point game. Fun fact, it could be, I think somebody even said it, it could be, we should be on 16 points. It should be a 4-point game with that try. That should have been them taking the lead if we can operate at 100% kicking, which we never can, apparently. It's not even an option for us to get 100%. Deep restart there from Pollard. I'll come to the comment stuff now. I'm just trying to sort of analyze what we're seeing here. Very nice return there from Barrett, who finds touch towards the halfway line. Oh, goodness me, people. Goodness me. Where are we? Where are we at? Cases New Zealand is a very tough team. Brendan says time for some hot wings. Oversimple's only got box. What the fuck kicking for what? Says Craig Morgan. Forwards deserve more. They always give 100%. I agree, Kwasi. Tell them. Mark Pettit says the entire momentum shift is down to Villy messing up 3 times in the space of 4 minutes. Can you show a screen to see ourselves? No, I can't. Sorry, line win there from Leo Diaga. That's a late sack, so we've got a penalty advantage. As Khaleesi comes away with it on the halfway line. Penalty, there we go. Kick to the corner. Flipping, just take the backline players out of the setup. To be honest, although Fast actually hasn't played half decently, apart from not kicking that into touch. Spur, of course, he made a very good try-saving tackle there as well. But apart from that, can we just keep them in the forwards? Because Pollard and Villarreal just don't get the ball anywhere near them at the moment. It's just not going to go well. Prime says, too early to say, but it's looking good. Brendan says, I'm hoping that in the break before the Northern Tour, the coaching team makes some much-needed tweaks to our game plan. I really don't want to be embarrassed by the Welsh and the English. 5 minutes or less and ruined. Wonder when I'll get called up to replace Philly at fullback. Settle down, Carl. We're not there yet. Maybe. The signs were there for Pollard and Villy for some reason still playing. Pay Villy his pension and send him off on his way, says William. Ball over the top from the Springboks, and they've lost it. Well, we just can't do anything right, can we? I mean, our line has been the best in the Rugby Championship all season, and we've now lost the line right in front and conceded a try from it. And Pollard has just missed that. Well, thankfully, that didn't go out. I mean, he just missed the ball here completely. I don't know what he was looking at. Deep there from Pollard, chased by Villarreal. Bowden Barrett cleaning up there, giving it to brother Scott. Quacker Smith bringing him down. Advantage offside, another offside advantage. We can't be straying offside here, people. It's far, far too easy. Now, Burdenberg going very high. Faf de Klerk. It's a very good take from him, but it is a penalty advantage. Number one, never onside against Oxenchair. It's so poor. It's so poor. That was a big moment. That was a big moment. If we had gone to the corner and scored a try, you're suddenly right back in it. I mean, convert a try. Oh, sorry, I could try because we don't convert them. 16-20 is a whole different scoreline. But yeah, lineouts now not going to plan, which is very uncharacteristic from us. Now, he's going to kick their way to the 10-meter line. So they'll have 3 minutes left to attack and try and score another try. Springboks can't concede. If anything, we need to score a try before half time. Matthew says Billy must be giving some favors to the coach staff for a slap in the face to the subs. Right, solid line win there and Luke Jacobson bursts through the middle. Gets brought down by Sia Khaleesi. Brad Webber now going to the right-hand side. Inside ball to Severus, but it was well read by Trevor Nyakane. He brings him down. Webber going to Bowden Barrett. Quick up the line there was Faf de Klerk, and they wrapped him up of almost up to the 22-year-old New Zealand. And it's a penalty for holding on. Yeah, good stuff. I think that's Dwayne Vermeulen who wins that penalty. That's a very big penalty. Very, very big penalty. Yeah, Dwayne Vermeulen over that ball, winning it back. Now, just surely, guys, if you can score a try, we're back in this game. But we need to score a try. And we need to stop making basic mistakes. Right, Pollard's kick, not brilliant touch, fine. Defiance touch just inside the 10. Okay, Morgan says the team is tired and out of plans. Come on, box. Quackers Alliance, says Donovan Stain. Where can I watch the rugby, says Janine. As World Cup champions, we play firstly, Cock, secondly, ranked 3 in the world. Google bars near me. I love that comment. My bonus points totally fucked, says Marius. All Blacks going to win this game by 15 all day long. Brendan says, first time viewers, by the way, do you just do Springbok games or other international provinces as well? We'll do United Rugby Championship. And then when it comes to the end of the year, we'll do other nations as well. We were live for Argentina versus Australia. Oh, inside ball there from Sia Khaleesi to my Pimpy. Bit of a set move. Didn't really come off. But now, Diago from the line after winning a sideline, now carrying it up. Faf de Klerk now going to Dwayne Vermeulen. He's got Evan Etzebeth next to him. Solid carry from him. Now keep the ball in hand. Damien Dealendi now running into I need a solid leg drive. And we've got a penalty advantage. That's it. Keep going, Damien. Keep going, Damien. Oh, he gets the pass away to Quacker Smith. Very nice take from him. Now, Faf de Klerk up to the 22. Oh, we've got numbers. We've got numbers. Oh! Solid from Luat Diago. Recycle it. We've still got a penalty here, chaps. No advantage. Go back for the penalty. Right. To the corner we go, chaps. To the corner we go. Don't even think about taking the 3. To the corner we go. So we will do more internationals towards the end of the year. And then, obviously, we're doing the United Rugby Championship. So I will be live for the Sharks and the Stormers game. We won't be live for Benetton versus Edinburgh because we'll be doing our player ratings during that time. That's a no-arms tackle from Scott Barrett, standard. But yeah. Cole says, all Blacks best in the world, don't be too harsh. Yeah, but I mean, we are the second best in the world. I mean, how is he not being sent off there, by the way? How are you not being sent off? Although, I don't know, actually, having said that, his arm was sort of knocked away. Right in front of the polls, we're taking the points, which I don't think is the right call. I mean, I know you're going to get your path within 6 points, but really, guys, we're chasing 9 points here. So this will be the last play of the game. If Pollard slots this, we will go into half-time. 20 points to 14, which is frustrating because, well, I suppose it should be 20 points to 19 if he had gotten his kicks, and they weren't difficult kicks either. It does go over there from Pollard. So halftime score is 20 points to 14. Frustrating. Because I think that, well, first of all, if Pollard kicks 100%, we operate. We'll be sitting there 20 points to 19. Look, I know that Geordie Barrett has also missed kicks. But just frustrating because that 10-minute period, we were in and around. And in that 10-minute period, they literally just walked over us and 2 quick tries, and suddenly we're points down. The lineup missing 2 lineouts is very, very uncharacteristic of this side. It's just strange. We had all that momentum early on, and I mean, look, I think Bongi Manambi scores that try. It's a whole new ball game. But you can't deal with ifs and buts. The fact of the matter is we currently trail by 6 points. We're still in this game, still very much in this game. I'd like to see some changes. I'd like to see Alton and probably France staying on at fullback because, yeah, Billy Leroux's had an absolute shocker. And look, Pollard also missed the tackle for that try earlier as well, so he's also not been phenomenal. But yeah, it's just frustrating because I think we should actually be ahead in this game. I think with that early momentum that we had a lot of territory in this game. We'll go through some of the stats, but yeah, what are we saying? Honey says that Jacques needs to beat Villy and Andre with the Shambok. And Johnny now says the Box team will never beat the All Blacks. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Next game is Bedford in Edinburgh. Should be fun. Jerbs in USA says, are any New Zealand channels showing game for free that I can expect VPN off? No, unfortunately, they're not. There are no free-to-air broadcasts showing this game. All Blacks used their braids and bought some fresh legs for this game, unlike the Crocs. Interesting. Colours off to the stadium. Yeah, we're going to try and do a live crossover for the first time ever. So Colour's going to watch Glasgow Sharks versus Sharks. Glasgow Warriors versus Sharks. And yeah, so we're going to do a live crossover there. Mamenia says, how many times Barrett going to concede and still be on the field? In fact, that's frustrating go for the 3. It's fine to be harsh when the same players keep costing us. By the way, Benton 28-27 Edinburgh. Lloyd says there was always going to be our rude post removing the coach that actually won us the World Cup. We've never quite managed to get it right against Australia and New Zealand. Very frustrating, says LB. I'll just pick up a couple of these things because I can't be up with everyone. Roland saying, how do we fix it at half time? Well, I'd like to see some subs. We will obviously see Malcolm Marx and Vincent Koch and the likes all on pretty soon. Did we get screwed with the 50-22 rule? Yeah, I want to look at that because Villy Leroux was asking that if that he thought he had kicked it 50-22 and they didn't really look at it. So I'd like to look that back in the highlights. It would be a big moment if we did because yeah, that was when they sort of broke and got back into our half. And then yes, it's free Willie. Would you bring on Alton for Pollard? I definitely would. I can't believe how poor Pollard and Villy have been. We need to regroup. Bongi, good game, whole time for the November tests. Yeah, look, his line-out work, we had 2 poor line-outs there, which are frustrating. I'd love to hear what the coach is going to say in the change room. Hopefully some subs when we come back on Stain and Yankees, please bring on Alton. Can Nino just wake up and put on a fan and he'll be better than Willie? The front row has already changed. Leroux has been sus. Maybe France staying on for him at 15. He's got kicking boots. To find us 50-22 and the box should not kick to Geordie Barrett. No, that's a terrible idea. Why change the front of the game tired? Well, we always do. So look, I think Ox Trevor have been pretty solid. We haven't had too many scrums, but they'll probably play another 10 minutes and then we'll see Malcolm Marx, Kitsoff, and Bits and Koch on. It's just what we do. Billy was in our half when he kicked 50-22 controversial. Yeah, I'd like to look at that. I don't know if it was a case of maybe it was carried back because you can't carry it back. But yeah, I think actually, look at that half, and that's why I'm so frustrated because I would argue that we had a lot more momentum. I think we had a lot more territory. And just I think that if Bongi Manambi scores that try, I think it's a whole different ball game because we had the momentum going forward. So game of fine margin, still 6 points in it, so it still is a close game. But I think that Pollard definitely should have at least had that extra 3 points, which would have been 17 points to 20. So yeah, I'm interested to sort of see how we go about this. I think the second half. Yeah, Nick Barrett saying that Billy's struggling today. Comment for the replays. Rate shows to Pollard and Billy 7, Khaleesi at 5. Our front rows have already changed. Our starters can't get more time. The front third all changed. Streamers 4. Yeah, I just saw that now. So so we've seen them on now, which is yeah. I mean, we often make it, but yeah. Sorry, my stream has been a little bit iffy today, so I did miss a couple of things. But yeah, obviously we will be live for our player rating show after this, so make sure you come and hang out with us. Surely we're over 8,000. Hey, pop the champagne. We're moving. We're over 8,000 subscribers. You people are fantastic. I appreciate you people. Well, the next one's 9,000, isn't it? And after that, it's the big 10K. Keepers, if we get to 10K, I don't know what I'm going to do. Definitely, literally we'll pop champagne. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, sort out the player rating and stuff like that, which we will drop in later. Get your final score predictions down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video as well. And subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. What up? What up? What up? I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Right? Can we do it? Can we do it, people? What's the shout? Yeah, interesting times. Interesting times as a Springbok supporter. Look, we're gonna be better. I mean, apart from that sort of 10-minute period where we can see those 2 tries, we've actually played pretty well today. I think about 2 or 3 kicks I haven't enjoyed, but at the end of the day, we've got to get Villaroo off and we've got to get Andre Pollard off. You cannot continuously play this badly and not be punished for it and not make changes. You've got to make changes. What's the point of having you got France staying on the bench who you brought in before experience and stuff like that? So put him on. You got Alton Yankees who can change a game. You've got to put him on. But we'll wait and see who comes out for that second half. Where we at with the comments? We played a good game, just questionable. Villian Andre says Hans Osterloo. Hanley now says box 28, New Zealand 27. 8 plus, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you people for getting us past 8,000, which is very exciting. So we'll continue to move, and yeah, you never know. Maybe we hit the big 10K by the end of the year, which is ludicrous to think about. Both All Black tries coming from Bok errors really had a nightmare half. Agree. Steve have a giveaway from the 10,000 subscriber. Yeah, it's a cool idea actually. Maybe we'll do some Forever Sports merch, and we'll do a giveaway when we get to 10K. We need to borrow a fullback somewhere. Yeah, literally. They should drop Billy Man as target for New Zealand. All Blacks are legendary. Let's get that Grand Slam. Let's hope All Blacks make some mistakes we can benefit from. We made subs that early on. I know it was weird, isn't it? I was listening to the halftime studio chat. First of all, Nick Mallet has ripped into Villaroo saying that he's been horrendous and that it's a shambolic attempt of a tackle in that try. He needs to go off. He does need to go off. But it is strange to bring on that front row, which I've only noticed towards the end of the half. But the panel was saying they literally cannot understand any particular reason why to do it. So very strange, but whatever. And says Pose the reason we're on 14. If you got both those kicks, we would have been on 19. Yep, Willie can have earlier retirement. He makes City score with errors, says Kevin. The Kenya going Sonny Bull on him. Yeah, it was a gorgeous offload. Andre says that Willie did not knock the first time. We would not even have 20 points right now. I'll give credit to Pollard for actually kicking those little kicks over the windows trash there. Nah, sorry, I don't have much time for. They were even the ones he missed were particularly difficult kicks. Geordie's missed 2 and they were on the touchline. We haven't any touchline ones. Mark says looks like Villiers off. I hope so. Dean Young says they've come back from far worse. We can at least keep Villiers water boy. Look, I think that Billy will be a half-decent coach, actually. I think he understands the game very well. You see Art Sevilla blocked Khaleesi so bad. All Blacks have been better so far. Who was your favorite rugby player? Mine, I don't know, actually. Probably Vincent Tuka at the Lions. He's my boy. And Asanati and Clavacania. He's my Calterian now, dude. That guy's so big in the Lions. What a unit. For the box, Sears probably is my number one. You just can't not like him, can you? He's just playing so flippin' well at the moment. Captain, my captain. France is coming on. She hasn't called me my favorite players. Top 12, yeah. So it looks like France staying will be on. Hopefully we get a lot more sort of solidity from them. Right. Here we go. Players getting ready to come back on. Big 40 minutes ahead. Come on, guys. Just give me something to flip and celebrate. Please. Please. I want to look at some of the stats because I reckon our territory will be quite interesting. Khaleesi has been our best player this year. Agreed. Sia and Kwaka, omnipresent beings. Yeah, Kwaka Smith has been also in everywhere. You know, it's just the small things. Like how often is there a break? And there's always a follow-up player, and it's always him. Very, very underrated as Kwaka Smith, I think. I think people get far too joked up about the size. Again, I mean, not quite the performance he had last week, but it's been very solid today. He's just everywhere. All Blacks still have Mwanga, Parental, and Mackenzie. But apparently not coming off. Chesson needs to come on. Chesson, unfortunately, we won't see him until the end of the year. Box will have to slow the game down if they want a chance. Apparently, 2 cents is looking calm. Well, good for him, but hopefully we'll make it. You see, territory 63%, by the way. Right, we got kickoff. Well, it's a messy kickoff, but we have managed to retain possession eventually from Faf de Klerk. Right, now you update my clock because I was missed. Right, France State is on, by the way. Villaroo is off. Good. Good. So you can't go to the touch here from Faf de Klerk because he did take it back. So Spoon, of course, he's chasing hard, trying to put Bowden Barrett under pressure. He gives it away to his brother Geordie, who's now coming down to the left-hand side. Wrapped up by Khaleesi. Ooh, did that pass? Yeah, I'm about to say that pass merged forward. Yeah, that's it here. Good stuff there, chap. Yeah, can we do it, people? Can we do it? Big, I need to just fix my clock now. Big half coming up. And good to see we've made a change. So big half from France Day. Could be his last game in the Springbok jersey. You never know. You never know. About the Lions, man, that lost, though, better than Bulls, but just looked poor. Chiefs Girls says Box looked dangerous, the ball in hand. This game has been really good to watch. As a Kiwi, I will be a little more worried if they hold onto the ball, kick for touch more. Their more is looking good. Agreed. My uncle's Bucky's Butter. We'll sort us out an interview. Let's get Bucky's on the channel. Greg says New Zealand has the explosive ability to score tries with threaten. SM must stay focused. We haven't lost yet, mate. We haven't lost yet. Fine. Who's in for Villy? Fine. Stainer's on. CS playing so well. If I must choose between most territory or most points, I'll choose the latter. No, 100%. It just sort of shows you that we have been playing in the right areas. We just need to convert that to 2 points. But I mean, France is going to have to play a full. Oh, that's a big scrum. That's a big scrum. Penalty advantage as well. Come on. Now Faf goes to Damien Delendi, who sees a half gap. He's through. Oh, inside. Oh, he's kicked it ahead as France. But Tekker's there. Oh, Damien, you had Lacagna inside. What a gap, though. Bowden Barrett was left in his wake. That's better. Brilliant break there from Damien Delendi. He got to the outside. He had Lacagna inside. If he just inside ball to Lacagna, I would have been interested. But that's a huge scrum. Yeah, ball in both hands. Boom, straight past Bowden Barrett. He's got Lacagna on the inside. He's screaming for it. Tries to go towards France Day and then kicks it. I don't know why he didn't go to Pollard and Mapimpi. We had numbers, could have run the hands. But penalty from a big scrum. We go to the corner. We maul this over. We could be in the lead early on. Let's move, people. Let's move. Better from Pollard. He gets us inside the 22. Come on, Malcolm. Hit your man. Let's move. Big start here. Big start here. That's what we need. Well, who would have thought? Apparently, Malcolm Marx has the best line-out accuracy in the entire competition. You wouldn't have thought that 2 years ago, would you have? Right, we got to Lua Diaga. They don't even contest. Oh, they're not pushing. Surely he's pushing ahead. I mean, he's up there. So more taking a while to go. It's very lateral. I think we might have to use this. Call comes to use it once. Faf de Klerk's drifting towards the left. Faf de Klerk's got himself. Inside the ball to Malcolm Marx. Up to the 5 meter. A little bit of a move there. I enjoy seeing that. Now de Klerk to Estebeth. Using that very quickly. Penalty advantage for offside. They go to the side to Mapimpi. Mapimpi cuts inside. He's brought down. We've lost a few meters there. We'll go back for the penalty there. That's it. Go again. Go again. Number 3 offside. They've have to Klerk thinking about the quick tap. But let's not be silly, chaps. Bit of variation there with Malcolm Marx throwing the ball out wide to Faf de Klerk, who then gives back the inside ball to Malcolm Marx. Solid tackle. I think it was Severe who made it. But better. The maul didn't really get going. But what are we going to do? Yeah, I think they're thinking about scrum here. Well, that would be quite cool to see a bit of an attacking intent. But we're taking the 3 points. Come on. Come on, man. Go for the corner. Be ambitious. We've been all over them. We've won a scrum penalty. Back-to-back penalties. A decent line up there. Could have gone for the try. What have we got to lose? Obviously the game, but I mean, at this stage we're losing anyway. This doesn't get us back in the lead. I would have gone for the try there. Be brave. Right, well, Pollard, you're currently at 60%. So let's see if you can save a bit of stats. Hey. Right, well, we're within 3. That's a very nice start from the box. Tato says the biggest problem with SA Rugby is that we pick players on reputation, not form. That's what cost us in 2011, 2015 World Cups. Brendan Williams says 3 points now puts us in range as we are pushing forward. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst decision. That's just, we had forward momentum. But, yeah, it's fine, whatever. We move. We're back in there. Right, All right, they're going to go down the middle. This time it's France Steyn, boys. We basically stand on a flank, and France Steyn's also missed it. Oh, my goodness. Kick was have been an absolute disaster. So we've lost possession, and New Zealand have got possession now. Have you run it back? Quacker Smith, don't run Quacker Smith, you beauty. Oh, steps away from one. Ball at the top. Defensive Koch, who knocks it forward. Well, very nice turnover there by Quacker Smith, and just probably should have just kept that ball in hand. You know, you can't ask a prop like Vincent Koch to have those silky hands. You're not in the blitz marks here, Quacker, but this is a really good he sells Moody down the river. Over the top. And Vincent Koch, well, I mean, if it's a pie, he would have caught it, but it's not, so he didn't. I think it's Joe Moody who's still trying to find where Quacker Smith is. But, look, Morné Steyn, France Steyn, Barrett getting ahead of him in that kickoff and winning it back for New Zealand. So that's becoming a bit of an issue as our kickoffs. This is why I worry about taking 3 points, that we do sometimes, we then concede a penalty or whatever, and they're back, and they can just sort of extend that advantage. But, we'll have a scrum here. We won a penalty last time. Block fans, after our game, we should have won. Hey, dude, if we should have, we should have. Christo says 2017 all over again for the Boks. No, man, don't show me Mackenzie and Perinara. Don't put those on my screen. I don't need to see them. I don't need to see them until later. Stevie, I call that video has been replaced by France Steyn. Good call there. Let's see if it's a good decision. Right, big scrum, chaps. Big scrum. We won a penalty last time, so I reckon Brad Weber want to get this out quite quickly. It's on the halfway line, pretty much centre. I mean, you can see the centre spot. So it's a decent attacking opportunity here for New Zealand. Pretty solid scrum. They go to the left. Crosses, Oaks. Have we not seen that the entire flipping backline's there? Awani inside, gets the ball away to and Leonard Brown. Scramble defense here. Khaleesi's there. I mean, did we just not pick up the fact that the entire backline loaded on the left? Well, Spoon Corsi has stayed down. That doesn't look good either. Damon Dealendi trying to slow things down with a tackle. New Zealand on the 22. Cody Taylor putting his head down. Now defense. You see Khaleesi up quickly making the tackle, but the offload did go to, I think it's Awani there. We're going to Barrett. Barrett thinking about going himself. Then gets to Metallic a little bit backwards there. So a bit of losing a few meters. And Damon Dealendi coming through the middle. Legally as well. Turnover ball. Get in there, Malcolm. Well, New Zealand have won it back. Almost turned over from the. Oh, yeah. I see Khaleesi now hitting a ruck. Now being rucked from the. Oh, the counter rucking is phenomenal. Love it. New Zealand kick ahead to France Steyn. He'll be able to bring up that boot. Doesn't find touch. So we need. Oh, roll. That's it. France Steyn, my boy. They take it quickly here. To Sevi Reese on the 22. Sevi Reese going to look for touch. Decent touch finder to give him his credits. Right, so New Zealand found touch on the 10 meter, but the counter rucking there. I mean, you see Khaleesi in the second one. Damon Dealendi as well involved in both. Very good counter rucking, but we've been very good at the breakdown generally. So I hope Spoon Course is okay. That's somebody we don't really want to lose because we've made our change. Oh dear. So Spoon Corsi's going off. Alton Yankees is on, which means it's an HIA for Spoon Corsi. Now, who shifts to the wing here? I'd imagine the Kanya goes to the wing. Right, well, Alton Yankees on. He only plays for our half, so he'll be in the 10. Pollard will go to 12. And I think Lakanya will go to 13. I mean to the wing, and Damien Dealendi will shift. Yeah, Spoon Corsi off for an HIA. Right, well, here we go. Let's see. Malcolm Marks to the back towards Dwayne Vermeulen. Another sideline win there. It was literally meter short of being a 50-22. It didn't quite roll out in the 22. Otherwise, it would have been the perfect kick from France Steyn. But right, on the 10 meters inside our own half here, controlling the more here is Malcolm Marks. Call to use it goes to Faf. It's a really good kick from Faf to Clerk. If that went out, it would have been 50-22, by the way. But just kept in there by Geordie Barrett, who finds touch. That's not a great touch finder from him. So but that's nice. That's nicely worked. You see, there we go. That's when the kicking works. Because you go in the line, not solid more from the 10 meter, you kick deep into the 22, they find touch, and we're now suddenly just short of the 22. Now we're on an attacking set piece. This is better. Right, Malcolm, you know what to do. See it off? No, it's Spoon Corsi off. See it still on. The only replacement so far is an all-new front row. And Spoon Corsi has gone off for an HIA. Right, so we've got Alton Yankee standing in at 10. Pollard at inside, and the Kanya Am shifted to the wing. Malcolm Marks goes to Dwayne Vermeulen. Another silent line win there. Knock on advantage, though. Ah! Come on, man, Dwayne. Now New Zealand looking to swing it wide. Oh, Mapimpi with the knock, with the almost intercept. Knocked it on. We'll go back for the initial knock on. That's frustrating, though, from Dwayne Vermeulen to knock that ball on. Right on the 22. This is the thing. We need to be more clinical here, people. And you've got a bit of momentum. Ah, just reset the scores. Sorry. There we go. Busy trying to set the time here. Ah, frustrating to knock that ball on. It's a very nice stacking opportunity. I think be almost with the intercept, but there was knock-on advantage anyway. So we'll go back for the initial one, and we'll have a scrum towards the 22. On the right-hand side, just outside New Zealand, the 22. Big scrum, you need it, chaps. Come on, big shove. Do the bits, yeah, chaps. Do the bits. And Ethan Blackhead is on, by the way. So RCV is back to 8th man. So it looks like a solid hit there from the box. Very solid scrum at the moment. Keeping it in so far is Brad Weber. Now the pass to Havili, who kicks it downfield towards the left. It's right down the throat of Frans Steyn, who kicks ahead towards 22, trying to find that 50-22. Oh, yes, he's done it. He's done it. Well, I called this, by the way. I said right at the beginning when he first got named to the couple of weeks ago, I said that I reckon he'll bring in those 50-22s, and he's done it there. Just chipped it. No, it's a 50-22 yet, chaps. Why have you got the ball on? I mean, that's perfect. Perfect. Another nail bite to this one. Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, so it is our line in now the 22. Butch, why you stop cracking cold ones in the stream? To be honest, it's only because I drank last night, so I'm just a little bit nursing a bit of a hangover at the moment. We might open one later. Well, Leo Diago is off. Franco Moster's on the park, and his first contribution will be to try and win this line inside the 22. Hey, catch up, stream. Driving more here, going solidly. Faf de Klerk towards the back, going towards the right. So Faf de Klerk has to use it. He goes to Andre Pollard, first receiver, then to Damon Delendi, up to the 5 meter. Come on, big game here. Now Malcolm Marks, it's a big carry from him. Stephen Kitsoff, going, leg drive, driven back. Ball out to Alton Yankees. Pepe! We're moving! Come on! I mean, look, it was an easy assist, but Alton Yankees on, try assist. There we go. Game on. That's it. Ball to the back there. Alton Yankees, little quick hands there to Marcus Mapimpi. He dives over. He's back on the scoreboard. This all comes down to Frans Steyn. That 50-22 was beautiful. The ball wasn't really going anywhere, so we use it. Ball straight out to Alton Yankees. Brings and sucks on the defender. Yeah, cheers. Boom. Basics. And you can just see, I mean, look, and that's what, I mean, it's not the best assist. I mean, it's not the most ludicrous one, but it's just nice. Take the ball, quickly accelerate, enjoying the defender in, pop out wide to a Pimpy who strolls over, back on the ball. Come on. Hey, Alton, why don't you take the kick? I suppose from the left-hand field. Alton, go take it, man. Pollard's not slotting this. Right, now he's going to slot it just because I said that. Prove me wrong, Pollard. Prove me wrong, Andre. Put it down the middle. Do what you do best. He's hooked it. Oh, dear. Well, now Alton Young should be taking everything on the right-hand side. To be honest, I would have let him take it on there anyway. But, yeah. Well, there we go. Well, up ahead in the game. This is good from the box. Let's go Alton the GOAT. Love to celebrate. Take back my comments as earlier this year about Alton not being international standard. Well, look, early days, but let's see if he can. Oh, I think even Etzebeth's getting undressed on the field, yeah. He changes his shorts there. Etzebeth, bit of a moon there. Take Alton off. Ah, dude. What are you on about? Right, straight down the middle again from Bowden Barrett. This time they're going to send Quacker Smith high, who knocks it on the head. New Zealand have won the kickoff every single flipping time. We just can't get it right. They go to the left. Havili thinking about it now, starts to straighten, runs into Emin Etzebeth. Messi ball back to Barrett, who's wrapped up by Sia Khaleesi. Now to the left. Bowden Barrett trying to go to the right, gives it to Blackadder. It's a little bit backwards at the moment, so it's good defense from the box to get them back up to the 10-meter. Right, carry from Lolala there now to Bowden Barrett. He goes to his brother Geordie, who runs into Quacker Smith and Emin Etzebeth. Malcolm Marks all over that ball. Winning the penalty, Malcolm Marks. He is so good on the ground. Oh yeah, Weber. No, oh yeah, put it in there. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Malcolm Marks over the ball. Is there anyone better? I don't think there is, to be honest. I don't. He's just so strong. Etzebeth and Quacker Smith and Malcolm Marks, boom. Move me if you can. I mean, Brody Otalik hits him. He's not moving. That's a nice kick there. I wonder who took that, either. I imagine it's Alton with the left boot. Probably got a better angle. Right up towards 22. Here we go, boys. Come on. This is a big moment. Score another try, and we're moving. Even Etzebeth apparently not too happy if you just make the substitution, which is a bit of a problem. Did Alton get conversion? No, it was Pollard took it, and he missed on the left. Brendan Jordan says, let's go, baby. Malcolm controls the breakdown beautifully. Hooper and Marks, yeah, it's a good shot. I was going to say Michael Hooper. Right, Alton Yankees then. Oh, now Alton Yankees putting the up and unders now. It's swirling around the top there. It's messy. Woo! Seven Reese has got the ball. Damien Delendi, the ball, and it was turnover ball there for Vincent Koch, diving on the ball there. Box retained it inside the 22. Oh, straight to giving Kitsov. It's a bullet pass from de Klerk, and Kitsov got up to the 5-meter towards the thing. No clear release, penalty as well, full advantage. Come on, use it. He picks up and goes himself. Penalty. Come on, man. This is better. Now, Faf, eyeball. Sia, get up. Sia's still down here. Hey, Sia, get up, my boy. This doesn't look good for Sia. He's gone straight down. I mean, he's literally lying face on the floor here to Sia Khaleesi. Arm spread out wide. This doesn't look good for the captain. I think this is the end of his game. Yep, they're calling for a stretcher, I think. Oh, he's talking. He's talking on the ground there. He's not happy with something. I don't know what it is. Ish, this doesn't look good. I mean, it's not a foul play or anything. It's a rugby incident, but he doesn't look happy. So try and look at the replay here. So he picks up and goes. He falls a bit awkwardly. Goes down with Vitalik on top of him, and then he takes a bit of a whack on the back. I think it's a knee to the back of his... Yeah, it's a bit of a shoulder to the back of his neck area. Well, the stretch has been told to go away. He's about to now propel himself up. I think it's neck. I don't actually think it's head. Yeah, moving around. Come on, Sia. Come on, Captain Fantastic. Oh, he's up. Do you think the way Oz are playing that they deserve the top spot? They pumped us now. We're beating the All Blacks. No, because they flipping got pumped by the All Blacks. So he's going to go off as Sia Khaleesi, I think, for an HIA. Oh, he's up, which is the main thing. He's taking the headband off. I think that's his game done. Well, it's another Storm performance. Captain Fantastic. My captain. He's off. They're going to take him. They're not going to risk him. But what a tour. What a championship. What a performance. I think he's my player of the year, for honest, to be honest. South Africa player of the year? Got to be Siya Kolisi so far. Take a bow, mate. Take a bow. People question his place in the team before the season starts. You're not questioning anything now. You kick to the corner. Come on, chaps. Big moment here. This is a huge moment. They go to the front of the line and they've spilled it, but Malcolm Marx has picked it up. He's brought in Andre Pollard to twist in the tackle. He needs a bit of support there. Kwaka Smith is there. Now Franco Master putting his head down. Jasper Visa, penalty advantage of offside. That's it. Oh, it's a ball to Kwaka Smith. He's well wrapped up though. Pick up and go there from Franco Master. We're up inches away. Knocked on there. We'll go back for the penalty. Come on, Dan. We've got to make this count. Come on, chaps. Well, Andre Paul's not the captain, by the way. We're going to kick a goal. Right, we're going to take the 3 points here. It's a high tackle, I think, from Blackadder on Kwaka Smith. A little inside ball there from Faf de Klerk. It's a strange. I think if Faf managed to recycle that, I reckon the try was on. Well, Alton Yankees is now taking over the kicking duties. And he'll pop that straight over. So, 25 points, 5 points the difference. Now, for the love of all that is good, retain the kickoff. Please. Please, 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 retain the kickoff. That's just all we need to do. Retain the kickoff. Come on, chaps. 23 minutes. 23 minutes. New Zealand basically. I mean, they've hardly been in this half. Well, here comes the new front row for New Zealand. Right, we know they're going to go down the middle here, chaps. Surely, we see we've got 2 people there, and they do go down the middle. It is a bit deeper this time, so Fountain takes it without any pressure, and he immediately goes down to the boot, pumps it towards. Well, it's almost another 50-22, by the way, and he's overrun it there. So big chase in there, and yeah, we've pinned the All Blacks back on the 22. So the France State's boot is becoming such a big asset at the moment. Right, 2 new props on for New Zealand. Yeah, well, France State, it's the biggest thing he's got is that boot, and they're using it very well now. We do contest, but New Zealand do win it. They've been trying to get a rolling more going. Use it once. I mean, it's gone through the middle there. He might actually have hands on the ball here. Perinara's on the field as well, looking for the box kick. He does go quite deep, this Perinara, so it's a test here for Lekanya who's on the wing now. Looking to keep ball in hand, going himself. Oh, he steps away from one. Looking for the offload, but no one's there, keeping it in hand. Faf de Klerk now going to Alton Yankees. Alton Yankees going to Andre Pollard. Pollard going to Damon Delendi. Delendi taking contact. Up to the 10 meter on the left-hand side for the box. Now Malcolm Marx running over Ethan Blackadder. Right, now Faf de Klerk going to go to the box kick. He lifts that very high. Marcus Pimpi's chasing hard. It'll land just in front of the 22, so no mark, but it's for Solomon Geordie Barrett. A lot of pressure on him, though. So they can't kick for straight into touch here. Bowden Barrett looks for the cross kick. And he's put it into touch. Yeah, Bowden. Yeah, Bowden. Guess what? Richie Mo'unga's about to come take you off because that is a horrendous error. Trying to go for the cross kick, and Bowden Barrett has literally just slotted this into the crowd, gifting South Africa a line out inside the 22. Now you make this count, boys. You've got to make this count. I don't know why he even tried to. Lekanya was out there. I mean, 50-50 ball inside your 22 while you're 5 points behind. Now punish them. Punish them. Come on. They go to Franco Moss in the front of the line-out. You're going to try the rolling more, yeah, but so far it's a decent shove from New Zealand. Here comes the once. Now the maul's going to go down. In fact, no, it's still going. A bit of forward momentum here. New Zealand are regathering. The call comes to use it. So Faf de Klerk goes himself, brings in all Pollard. Pollard just hold on to that ball. Hold on to that ball. Hold on to his knees on the ground. Ref, you got to release. Got to release. Still got the ball inside the 22. Pick up and go. I think that's Franco Mostert. Ah! And his penalty. Why'd you pick up and go? There was no flipping. There was no support. Why'd you pick up and go, Franco? Just stay with it, man. Come on, chaps. Not releasing is the call. It's a very good turnover. I think it was already severe, but there was just no support. Oh, that would have been massive. You scored points there. It would have been huge in the context of the game. Huge, 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 huge. I'll see at least he looks all right on the side of the field, which is good to see. Second half, we've had 64% possession. Come on, chaps. Right, so New Zealand up to 10 metre there. They go to Blackhead in the front. He goes to Perinara, goes straight to Bowden Barrett, who goes to Havili, who's brought down by Andre Pollard. Quick ball from Perinara. The Alton Yankees up quite quickly, making the tackle. Penalty there for, not entirely sure what for. I think that's flipping Pollard. Just can see the penalty. That's so poor. No, this is the wrong tackle here, chaps. Right, so Bowden Barrett kicks them. See, this is now the problem. Now we're under pressure. And they score, and a converted try gets them back into the lead. So big defense needed here, chaps. Big defense needed. I want to try and speed things up, New Zealand. They're all jogging to the line out. We got to contest this. We got to contest this. They go to the back. It's a decent line win there. It's rolling more, but not really going anywhere. Now they're getting a bit of momentum. Once in there for the stop. Now Perinara is looking to use it. Perinara goes to Havili. Runs into Pollard and Alton Yankees. Perinara now going to the blind side. If I have to click up quickly, spotting the danger there. Ooh, pop up there to Fase. Up into the 22. Perinara now going to the blind side. They've got the numbers. Leonard Brown goes himself. Perinara. Ooh, that's a big hit on Tuanga Fase. Malcolm Marks almost going for the pull flick. Once again down the blind side towards Anton Brown. Vincent Koch with a high tackle. Come on, Vincent. Under the kosh here. They're going for the corner, All Blacks. They want the maximum amount of points here. Come on, chaps. This is what we do best. Defend. Come on, chaps. It's getting a little bit too close for comfort. Right, will we contest it? This is the question. Asafa Moore, who's on the park, will feed this. Very inexperienced. Just a couple of tests to his name. Come on, stream. Catch up. Well, we've turned it over. I don't know what happened because of our stream lag, but we turned it over. That's very big, yeah. Right, now Faf de Klerk. We'll probably go to the box kick here. He's a good touch finder here, this Faf. It's a decent touch finder. Oh, and he's pulled ahead, so he won't be able to take it quickly. That's a decent touch finder. Just shy of the 10 meters. It's not out the woods, but that's good. Come on, chaps. 15 minutes to hold on. We can do this. Oh, well, there we go. That's Faf de Klerk's last involvement. Hershey Yankees will get 15 minutes that day, so we've unloaded the bench. We have unloaded the entire bench. Everyone is on. And there goes Bowden Barrett. replaced by Richie Mwanga. Ah, shit. Right, so still inside our own half. New Zealand line out just put on the 20, just be on the 10 meter. Right, Leonard Brown's gone to inside centre. Awani's gone back to the wing. David McKenzie, to the centre. McKenzie's on the wing, and then Richie Mwanga at far half. First action for Richie Mwanga. He carries up himself, and he gets smashed in the tackle by Alton Yankees and Malcolm Marks. Welcome to the game, mate. Perinal going down the blind side. Mwanga's taking it again. And we've turned it over. We've turned it over. Yes, boys. Yeah, Richie Mwanga. Herschel back to Alton Yankees. Now Alton Yankees going to the boot. Oh, come on. Stop lagging. Jordan Barrett returns the favor. Goes to France Steyn. Right now, France Steyn. France, come on, mate. He literally just tried to slot a drop goal from the 50 meter. France, that's not what we need right now. Pressure on Geordie Barrett, though, who won't find touch. Goes down the throat of Herschel Yankees. Now Herschel Yankees got Maximum Pimpy next to him. What's he going to do? He's gone down here, Geordie Barrett. But inside here, Herschel Yankees is still going up to the 10 meter. He needs a bit of support. Nah, hang on, Mr. F. Well, we're checking out. I think there's a late touch here on Geordie Barrett. It's a penalty there for, I think he's playing the ball on the ground from Kitsal. I think it's a pretty harsh here. Nah, there's nothing in it, dude. There's nothing in it. Just go back straight. They're looking at Frost State on Geordie Barrett. There's nothing in it. Absolutely nothing in it. No ways. If you're going to yellow card this, I'm done. So he's running across trying to make a charge down. And then he kicks. No, man. Don't flip. I swear, when they do this, it pisses me off. When you're going to slow something down. No, he can't. Yeah, penalty only. I was about to say, don't come here with yellow card nonsense. Yeah, it's a penalty for taking him out, but don't try and stood there and go to foul play and try and get him flipping sent off. I will not have it. We got a penalty on the halfway line anyway, but so it's where Geordie Barrett's kick lands, which is back in our own half, I suppose. Okay, so now the All Blacks back in the Springboks half. That's frustrating from Frost. Why would he go for the drop goal there? I mean, what are the chances of actually slotting? I mean, he flipping kicked it horrendously. Kick it low towards 22, like you've been doing very well. Well, they're going for the 3 points here on New Zealand. That's an interesting decision. That's a show of respect. That's a show of we struggling to score tries here. Come on, chaps. 40 minutes. You'll still have a two-point lead, even if he slots this. Miss it, man. Miss it, Geordie. Miss it. He struck it pretty well. It's gone straight down the middle. That's a flipping gorgeous kick. I won't lie. It's a very good kick from Geordie Barrett. Right, 23 points to 25. 2 minutes. Well, I mean, I'll take 3 points at the moment. Right, now we kick this nice and deep, people. Nice and deep. Right, Alton Yankees with the ball in hand with the restart. You're going to go nice and deep here, Alton. Yeah, it goes towards 22. Gives it to Damian McKenzie. Looks to keep it alive with Damian McKenzie. Almost slips the first tackle. And Stephen Kitsov trying to go if they're losing his feet. Pity, because I think it would have been on. They're looking to run it here, New Zealand. Perenara thinking he might go himself. Oh! Damien Delendi almost with the intercept. It'll be a scrum, which I'll actually take. If he had taken that, he would have been over. Ooh, that was close. That was very close. Perenara then. Damien just couldn't get it. If he got a decent hand on that, he could have knocked it up and taken it, and that would have been game over. Right, well, we have a scrum. I'll take a scrum. We must just sit in New Zealand's half. Just sit there and not move. Not move. Why is my timer not moving? Your timer, you can move. No, man, not looking at a penalty here. No, man, come on, chaps. You're going to give a penalty. You know, you just can't go for a flipping interception these days. You really can't. What has my pimpy got to do with anything? You're not going to give a penalty try for in the 10-22. Liberal knockdown penalty. You can't go for an intercept. You must just stop doing it, actually, because you can't do it. You cannot go for an intercept at all. I think that is a genuine attempt to go for the interception. I think that's frustrating because I don't think, I mean, Spirit Corsi the other week was a deliberate knockdown. There's no doubt about that. He had no chance of ever taking that. Damien Delendi makes a genuine attempt to try and make that intercept. So, but I suppose you got to be disciplined now, and you can't go for it because they will blow you up. Right, up to the 10-meter field. We've won the lineup back though. Really in work when we have an Etzebeth, so you know what, it's fine. So Springboks back with possession on the 10-meter line. So it's a knock-on from New Zealand. There will be a scrum to South Africa, which is exactly what we need. Run down the clock. Good stuff by Etzebeth. It's disrupting the line out. Yeah, really good work there from, and actually intelligent by Hershey Yankees, who doesn't manage to actually take it, so he kind of just sort of taps it towards him and Etzebeth. So it'll be a scrum for the Springboks on the left-hand side on the field, 10-meter line. You can see what it means to Franco Mostert. Come on, chaps. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Hold out. Big scrum, penalty, go to the corner. Run the clock down. Get some points on the board. We score another try, and surely that's enough. We need a big scrum here, chaps. Big scrum here, chaps. Whew. Brendan says 9% of intercept attempts end with a penalty is bullshit. Yeah, I agree. I think it's becoming I just think it's frustrating that you just can't go for an intercept anymore. And this whole thing of you have to go with two hands. I mean, sometimes you can knock a ball up and regather, which is fine. But yeah. Huge scrum needed chair. How is France staying instantly even a penalty? Yeah. Right, so pushing for the balls in my opinion. It's a big scrum has gone down. Vincent Cost lying on the floor. Referee, you've got to have a reset here. Well, we've managed to come away with it somehow. I don't actually know how. Wayne Miller's emerged with it. Now Herschel Yankees looking for the box kick here. He goes high. There's a lot of chases. My Pimpy, it's a nice kick there. Let's bounce back the way of the Springboks. And Herschel Yankees has regathered his own kick. Very nice work from the scrum off there. Now I need support. Chaps, just keep the ball in hand here. Big carry from Marks. The ball pops out for Herschel Yankees. It goes to Pollard. Pollard under a lot of pressure. Spins away from Awani. That's better, Pollard. Herschel going to Franco Mostert. Now it's going down on a maul, so they have to roll away. When did you call maul? Well, flipping Franco Mostert has been held up. I didn't hear a call for maul, but there must have been. So it was a penalty. I mean, a scrum there. Just very, very upright in the contact there was Franco Mostert. RDCV and Ethan Blackadder working really hard to return to a maul, which apparently the court did come in. Whereas I feel a bit that that is attacking team's responsibility to protect the ball. If they throw a ball that can be intercepted, disrupted, it's their problem. So we're in the middle of the park now with a scrum for New Zealand. Time is off. Just under 8 minutes left to go. Right, we're still in New Zealand half. Long may we continue to be there. 2-point advantage. I'd really like to get a penalty here, chaps, and kick it over. We've got to try and get up to more than a penalty resistance. Got to hold on, chaps. We've got to hold on. Come, big scrum here, chaps. Big scrum here, chaps. Less than 8 minutes on the clock. Come on, man. Big scrum here, chaps. Big scrum here, chaps. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's huge. They've used it now. They've got an overlap. They've got an overlap. They've got an overlap. Seven Reese is going down the blind side. He kicks it infield. Damien Delaney is desperately trying to get back. And he doesn't go for touch. Oh, it's a high tackle by Artie Severe. Almost had an arm around the hing. Wow, we've been pinned all the way back to our 22. All the way back there. Eamon Etzebeth carrying it up. It was so easy down the blind side. Yo, I don't know how we didn't get a penalty from that scrum. That was a massive. One of the biggest scrums I've ever seen. Right, Alton Yankee's back in the pocket. They use it. They take it quickly. Reese goes to Geordie Barrett. Chaps, come on, defend. Geordie Barrett runs into the defense. Oh, I mean, no, Jasper Visa, what are you doing? Jeepers, man, driving over the ruck like that. You're going to see a penalty. Mo'unga trying to get the hands to the tackle. They're spaced on the blind side. Oh, that's a big defensive beat. Fine staying on Damien McKenzie. Now the players piling in, and they've turned it. Oh, no, for what? No ways! No ways! Well, it's all kicking off here. They've got a penalty, a very kicking position. What's the penalty even for? I want to see this again. They've just got a penalty in a very kickable position. This is a huge call because this is New Zealand in the lead. Well, Malcolm Marks needs some attention here. He's got blood all over his face. Eamon Etzebeth as well. But that's a big cut from Eamon Etzebeth. He's going to have to go off. Yeah, Eamon Etzebeth is not continuing. This is a huge tackle on Franstein on Damien McKenzie. Yeah, France, they're not rolling. Fuck's sakes, man. France, you might have just gifted it in the flipping game. All you have to do is roll away. Although, having said that, I think he loses the ball. He rips in the tackle. Having said that, it almost looks like I don't know, actually. By the time he gets to the ground, it almost looks like France Stan's got the ball. I want to see that again, actually, because I reckon, it almost looks like McKenzie loses the ball in the tackle. If he doesn't, then France State has to roll away and he can't play the ball on the ground. But I think that's what France State was saying, is that he lost the ball in contact. Well, Lutiag is back on the park as Eamon Etzebeth. That's a lot of blood. He's got a massive cut over here. Oh, Geordie Barrett sitting with the kicking tee, going to go for the 3-pointer here. Well, it's a collision. It's head on head. It's Malcolm Marks on Eamon Etzebeth. Friendly fire. Yeah, as we were trying to do a gap, you just see the two smoke each other. Oh, they're gonna take the lead now. I still want to see this again because I think France Dane is saying that he lost possession in the tackle. I really want to see that again. I'm going to see if I can find a clip because I think that he loses the ball in contact, which means by the time he gets to the floor, I think France Staines actually got the ball. And if he has ripped the ball in the contact, then he doesn't have to roll and he doesn't have to leave the ball because he's got the ball. Right, well, Jordy Barrett's put this in the lead and it goes straight down the middle. Ah, surely not. It's a 1 point game. It's a 1 point game. 5 minutes left. Well, I don't know if Malcolm Marx has managed to stay on the field. Eben Etzebeth is definitely given way. Deep kick there from Yankees. Early pressure on Metallic. Yeah, Malcolm Marx has managed to stay on. Eben Etzebeth had to go and he needs stitches and shit, so he's not coming back anytime soon. Well, Springboks need to get turnover ball here. Perenaro back to Richie Mwanga. Mwanga finding touch. In fact, he doesn't find touch. Goes to Dwayne Vermeulen. He shoves away David McKenzie out the way. Still going to Dwayne Vermeulen. Now come. Big penalty. We need a penalty at Chaps. We need a penalty. Jasper Wiese now. I think it's his first carry. Oh, penalty advantage as well. Come on! In front of the poles. Come on! Alton Yankees going for the drop. He's done it! He's got that through! Alton Yankees, my boy! Out of nowhere, penalty advantage back in the pocket, and Alton Yankees has just slotted a drop goal. Come on! Come on! On the 10 meter, that is a sensation. I mean, that literally went down the middle. I mean, you couldn't have gone further down the middle. If we lose this game, if we win this game, Alton Yankees is getting a 10. He's getting a 10. You want to do that in this sort of situation, you're getting a 10, mate. But once again, if you fucking lose possession on the kickoff again. And no release. Can you just win a flipping kickoff once in your life? Conceded another penalty. We have not gathered one kickoff. It talks about not being able to adapt. And once again, Jordy Barrett will kick them towards the lead with 3 minutes to go. Oh, come on, chaps. Oh!
Less than 2.5 minutes. This was roughly the same time when Jordy Barrett lined up, but he is taking every second.
Oh, please, Jordy, miss this, dude. Just for once in your life, miss a kick. He's missed 2 tonight, but they've both been on the touchline. Oh, and then, of course, my flipping TV goes down now. Pretty much exactly where he was like 2 minutes ago where he slotted it. No, it's coming back. Fuck, I thought that was to the side. Ah! Come on, man. Right, it has to be a contestable restart. We're literally going to lose because we can't take our restarts. That's literally what is going to be the difference here. It's going to go 10. Ah, it doesn't go 10. Oh! Vincent Koch, we don't have time for this. Nah, that's the game. So useless. So useless. Well, we've got a minute left to go. We're going to need a massive scrum. Malcolm Marks going to need a bit of... Oh, sorry, New Zealand. Can we hurry this up here? Oh, feigning injuries to slow the game down. Well, now Umar is down. So the irony in this. Well, it all comes down to whether we can win a penalty off the scrum. And then it's to test your mettle. Then it's to see if Andre Pollard can slot a 50 meter. It's pretty much out the range of Alton Yankees. Oh, me, da-dee. Yeah, time has stopped because the time has stopped. We're busy waiting for the scrum. And New Zealand are taking half an hour to get ready. Well, can we get in the can we put in the scrum and win a penalty? It's literally on the halfway line. That's a big hit. That's a big scrum. He's taking it quickly as Artie Sevier. We've got 40 seconds to try and win a penalty. Perinara winding time down. Vermeulen's over that. He want to win that ball. Oh, he's won a penalty! It's not done yet. It's not done yet. Dwayne Vermeulen has given us a lifeline. He's won a penalty on the ground. Surely France State is not backing himself with this one. Surely he's not. No, going for the line here. France State has found touch inside the 22. Into extra time. We can't afford to make a mistake. What a test match. Right, well, first things first, you cannot stuff up the line out. You've got to win the line out here. They go to Luatiaga. They defend. The hit's fine. Composure now. That's it. They're on the run here. The Maul's on the run. It's still going as the Maul. It's still going. Come on. Now Herschel uses it. He goes to Pollard. Pollard through the gap almost by himself. Herschel Yankees goes to Lutia. Oh, penalty advantage in front of Pauls. Yeah, come on. Yes. Come on. It's in front of the Poles. It's done. He's taking it. Who wants the honors? Who wants to do it? Alton Yankee says, where's my tea? Wow, Flip, don't miss it. My God. He's right in front. Alton's going to kick us to victory against New Zealand. He could be our first 10 out of 10. Come on! Where are the haters? Where are they? What a game! Oh, what a game! What a moment! What a moment! Oh, that is phenomenal. Final score. 31-29. Springboks taking a victory. What a performance. What a cameo from France State and Alton Yankees. What a test match. What a test match. Yeah, cheap as well. Woo! Gonna have to just calm down a little bit. But yeah, cool. So I'm gonna do a quick review and we're gonna be live in about 10 to 15 minutes for our player rating show. It's gonna be a fun one. So you don't want to miss out. We've already got the link up there in the description, in the comments, stuff like that. When the stream ends, it'll take you straight to the player rating show, which will be live in about 10 minutes. So come hang out. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Oh yes, finally. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Please do smash like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for getting us over 8,000. I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. See you guys soon.